Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
We are live, Boog.
Oh, we are live. Yes, sir.
We're officially back at it.
Ka-choo.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition of the grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene. Days go by, it's the bigger love of the family.
The Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast is recorded in front of a live virtual audience and is funded in part by viewers like you. Thank you.
Officially back at it. Boog Nice coming at you with the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast, episode, 233? 233. I got it, baby. Let's do it. I'm your host, Boog Nice. Got my boys with me. And Cheesy, Rick Dom, Fabster. We're back 2 days later, 48 hours. What's going on? Nick Nolte, Eddie Murphy, and somebody else.
The fucking Fantastic Four, baby.
Yeah.
It's episode 232.
Damn.
Oh, to give Boog credit, it's a little harder now because it's going up by 2 instead of 1.
That's true.
That's true.
Every
Thank
Friday show, you know.
Yes.
I
I appreciate you.
thought you were naming the members of Dawkin though, because you were making a Back for the Attack reference. 'Cause I know that's right up your alley. What's good, boys? Hello.
What is good? What's going on?
Happy Friday.
Good to hear your
Hey.
voice.
Yeah, sure is. Boog, it's nearly our birthday week.
That's right. How you
Almost
feeling?
birthday.
We're the same person, everybody. Poncho
How you
back.
feeling, man?
There he is. He's
Feeling actually pretty
fucking.
good.
Hello.
Our God King.
No.
There he is.
Listen,
I'm
man,
back.
it works out. We got the Jesus figures coming. We got P back,
That's it.
resurrected.
And on the seventh day,
all it
I
took
will
was
rest.
full funding for his return.
Let me just say this. Let me leave this inside the viewer's mind. It's no
Ew.
coincidence. It's no coincidence that this religious Kickstarter is hitting, and a man born Catholic due to his Filipino background is in the building today. It's no
It's true.
coincidence. I'll tell you
No
that.
coincidence.
It's the Lord's work.
There's
the Lord's
no
work,
such
man.
thing as a coincidence.
Poncho was a stretch goal in biblical adventures. All it took was for the funding goal to reach the minimum, and Poncho would move that big rock that was covering his cave.
That's right.
Much like the goal, I too have been stretched thin this week. Or the last 2-3 weeks. I don't even know when the last time I was on. I don't even know.
He hath risen.
Probably a month, at least 3 shows, maybe 4.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a long time, yeah.
Well, it's
It's
good
been
to
a
be back.
long time. Yeah, good to have you back,
Full
man.
force.
We love
Hashtag
you.
full force.
Yeah, love you guys too. Yeah, it's great to be on the show again and not be screaming into the ether when I'm just always listening in.
We'll say something wrong, or we'll make fun of something, and
Yeah.
be like, "What the fuck?"
I caught myself the last couple of weeks, like, because I have you in my ear because I'm producing remotely from my phone, and I have you guys in my ear the whole show. And sometimes I will literally just start talking to you guys, and then my coworker's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it."
Do you
They're
tell
just
them
like,
that
"Hey."
you're on an internationally airing podcast at the very moment?
Is that why they gave you Friday off? Did like the team have a meeting behind your back and we're like, listen, guys, this dude is talking to himself every Wednesday, Friday. I think we got to cut his hours. This is going too far.
That's it. I
No,
carved out
then you need
time.
one person in your corner to be like, no, we need to double his raise because he's clearly working for 2 people inside there.
Right.
Poncho and Johncho Pochi is his alter ego.
That's me.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
great to have
Johncho
you back,
Pochi.
though, Big P.
There we go, Johncho Pochi.
My like fake reporter name in college was Ochnap Jishnu.
Oh,
Hell yeah!
okay.
I thought Rajani
hot.
Ganda was a boy's name.
That's pretty exotic. Punch.
Yeah, well, my middle name's Rajani Ganda, and I hate it.
It's pretty exotic. My dad was a GI. Thanks for noticing.
Was your dad a GI or?
Incredible.
Poncho, I've been waiting for the day that you'd come on here. Well, waiting. It's only been like a few days, but I've been waiting. I've been festering in my domicile. How did it feel to pull that fucking alt art nouveau Umbreon, you lucky son of a bitch?
This guy right here, it felt incredible, my friend.
How could you do this?
Wow.
How could you do this? You son of a gun.
Yeah, this thing's crazy. This thing's cool. I couldn't believe it.
Oh man. I'm so ridiculously jealous.
Well, that's
I can't even
pretty
put it
cool.
into words.
I understand because I pulled a alternate art full Nissa completed Planeswalker in the Junji Ito art. Oh,
Hell yeah,
Hey.
dude.
back to back
go.
with another in the standard art. Pretty cool.
Wow.
J Ito? J Ito?
Junji Ito.
It's pretty
Yeah,
amazing
there's
that
like
you
a
guys
few
are
of the,
speaking a completely
Phyrexian
foreign
cards.
language to me right now.
Oh yeah. Cool.
It's funny because like I'm in a group chat with like all my friends from my hometown. It originally started because like they're my groomsmen. But like I have one friend in there who's like super into, Pokemon TCG and stuff. And everybody in the group chat is like familiar with Pokemon. So like I shared the video of me pulling this Umbreon, and then my friend Chris was like freaking out, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's cool, Umbreon." And then like Chris just went on for like the next 15 minutes about why it was a big deal. He was like, "No, you guys don't understand. You guys don't understand at all." And he's like sharing like what do you call it? Like TCG like price charts and stuff. He's like, "This is why it's a big deal." Yeah, I just think it's cool. I just thought it was cool to pull it, I guess.
Yeah, its pull rate is ridiculous. I think the pull rate is like 1 in 500 packs or something ridiculous.
It's like way more now.
Yeah,
like the reprints.
yeah.
Are
That
like
I wouldn't be surprised if it is more. Yeah, it's something ridiculous though.
Yeah, it's nuts. This is the only alt art I've ever pulled from Evolving Skies. So, cool place to start, I guess.
Oh yeah, just the best fucking card. Just the best card. What was it? Was it a hanger or what was it?
Yeah, single sleeve pack from Publix supermarket of all places. Absolutely unreal.
What'd you do the rest of the day? Did you have a sleeve with you? Did you have a top loader? What was going on?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Rick. I actually did have a sleeve on me. It was in my backpack, and it was the most disgusting, decrepit, crinkled sleeve you have ever seen in your life. It was like smushed at the bottom of my backpack. Like it wasn't dirty or anything, but it was just like crinkled and like smushed. And I just had no choice but to put it in there. I'd rather have it in there than
than loose leaf it, huh?
Yeah, so that's what I did. But it is what it is.
Hey, you know what? What matters is that you fucking pulled it, baby. That's what matters.
And it's nice too. Like the centering's really nice on it, and like there's no fraying on the edges. Like I don't do graded cards, but like even my friend was like, "Hey, I know you said you don't grade cards, but like probably grade that card." I'm like,
yeah, especially when a card is possibly like a 10 and it's that rare of a card. Yeah. Just, you just gotta bite the bullet, spend the $25 or whatever it's gonna be. and
Yeah, like
just get it done.
I don't think at least at this point I would ever go out and buy graded cards. I've bought once. Here I go, immediately backtracking. I've bought one, which is a Scyther, but only because that's like my favorite like base set card ever. And it was like a little shitty 6. So like I was like, cool, I'll buy a slab. It was like I think it was like $15 or $20 maybe. So I was like, all right, cool. But then I was talking to my friend Chris about it, and I was like, but like grading something I pulled myself is like a completely different animal. So in that sense,
Yeah.
I'll make the exception if I ever do get around to grading it. And I have the alt art Charizard too. I pulled this one as well, so I might just send both of these in now that I have.
Yeah.
Oh, there's just nothing like the poll, man. Like you can, I support buying singles and everything, and I guess it's
Sure.
different for Magic because I like buy stuff to like actually play it. So you don't want to overpay for stuff like that and try to dig for it in packs. But from like a collecting level, there is literally no greater feeling than opening packs.
Yeah,
and, like,
absolutely.
pulling some fucking fire.
And you know, most importantly, you don't ever know what the fuck happened to that card before you had it.
Sure.
Mhm.
You don't know if it was played. You don't,
Or
you
not
don't know
even
if there's
knowing that the thing you pulled is like some serious gas, and then you go and look it up later. And like I did that like yesterday or the day before, and I pulled like a $22 card. I'm just like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, on
Feels
Wednesday.
irresponsible to play it at that point.
Yeah, you looked it up live with us on Wednesday. Made the money back on those packs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's like one of the biggest things too. Like if it's not something that's really expensive, you know, it's I don't know, it's really hard for me to buy a single when it's something expensive. I just don't know. I don't know where it's from. I don't know that I trust the person that sold it to me. There could be a fucking scratch on it. The fucking centering might be garbage, but
Yeah.
in the pictures in the listing, he took it at an angle, so you couldn't tell that the centering was like I've sold a couple cards, and I never feel bad or annoyed when the person that's buying like the expensive card is like, dude, can you take like 1,000 pictures of this thing? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. Like, this is really expensive. You don't fucking know me. Like, yeah, I'll just take as many pics as you want, brother.
So it won't be the first or last time you ever say that, huh?
Well,
Exactly.
I guess we lost Boog early on this one today.
He's like, man, it's fucking nerds. He's like, this is not the type of nerds I am. What's going on?
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about at all. What centering? What's that? Every card is different.
Boog, to put it in layman's terms, I got $400. I spent $3.99 and I got $400. There.
Oh, dude, so you were up.
Yeah, I was up. Yeah, just a little
It's
bit.
called walking away clean.
After what happened at Best Buy, you were owed this.
Oh yeah, fuck that Best Buy.
Those Best Buy packs were vomit-inducing.
It was crazy.
Yeah, some of the worst packs I've ever seen. Probably up there, like one of the worst openings I've ever seen. You know, I watch a lot of these guys open cards. Yeah, now nobody could say that you were bluffing here. You weren't even opening packs on live anymore.
Yeah, like I it was crazy because like even Becca was asking me like I sent her the video because I bought it at her Publix. She was like, "Oh, you didn't wait till you got home, or you didn't like do it live?" Like, no, I'm not really feeling like my most Bill O'Reilly right now, so I just did it like
Get it in the van. Fuck it, damn thing.
But like yeah, I don't know. Like I've kind of like slowed down on doing hard stuff live. I found myself in the same cycle as I was, I want to say 3 years ago with figures where I mean, so I still like buying the cards, right? But like every day I felt like I wanted to go live. So I was like, okay, well, I'll hit up Target and then I'll spend like $25 on cards just so I have something to open up. And like it wasn't getting to the point where like it was controlling that I was like, okay, I got to do this. I got to do this. But I found myself like in a position where I was like, okay, it could become this. So I made the conscious decision to just like slow down and just
like
out.
My homie, you could do it like my homie does. He only does openings now when there's new product.
Yeah, so
like when there's a new style box or there's a new style tin or new set, like that's when he'll do it. He won't bother like because he was doing the same thing like you. He's like, man, I would just like I would just end up buying things just for the sake of opening. He's like, no, I just fucking space it out and leave it to like, oh,
True.
there's a new box this week. There's a whatever it is this week. Like,
Yeah, that's probably what
feels more organic that way.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to probably end up doing too. Like when Scarlet and Violet come out at the end of this month, that's when I'll go live. My card shop is selling them early on like the 27th because they're like I guess any card shop that's like an official affiliate with the Pokemon Company is like able to sell it like the Monday beforehand. But then also if they do like events and stuff or like they're a gym, I think I could be totally wrong, but they're able to do even earlier openings of like the build and battle ones. So that
Yeah, the build and battle.
Yeah, so they'll have those on the 18th. So I might do an opening on the 18th. I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing. But to bring it full circle, another reason I stopped doing it on my Instagram and live was because like, I've built like the platform I have is like based on like toys and stuff. And people will come in and they'd see me opening cards and they're all like, okay, cool. This is not why I follow you. So I'm gonna peace out. No disrespect, but that's just how it was. So like I just want to do that. And then also that's what we're doing right now. So let's move on.
Let's do her, man.
Just like exactly what's happening
Exactly.
right now.
Absolutely.
Hey, well, I mean, there is some crossover for sure.
Absolutely. For sure.
I got some people on my streams be like, hey, you should open like your fucking not I almost said fat packs, but the bundles and all that. And I'm like, yeah, but like nobody's here for that, But anyway, we like other kinds of childish things, not just cards, but also toys. And there was
speaking of childish
news
toys
this week. We're gonna get to it. We do have a community highlights segment planned this week as well, and it's gonna be a little different because it's gonna be like a community guest segment.
We're
gonna do a highlight live in person. We're gonna highlight the person here.
Just like Bill O'Reilly.
Sit him in the chair.
Turn
the heat up. Yeah. Hey, there we go. Look at that. We had the same idea. That means it's got to happen now. But we're still waiting for just a sec, right? So we can probably get into some of the other stuff. Some other
I thought we were gonna
tangential toy news, like that was mainstream as well this week.
I thought since we were talking about something that's highly collectible, like cards.
Oh,
we're talking about $30 million fucking dollars worth of Funko Pops being thrown away at the local landfill.
Have you heard about
landfill?
The local
Funko Pops are going to become the new Atari ET.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Does
it
that
was
mean in
it was
40 years a film crew is going to be hired to potentially dig it up and not find anything?
Yeah. On that post on like that big news story about how they had that landfill with like 30 million Funko Pops, and he explained why it happened. I guess people were asking him like, why the fuck does Target get to donate their things to Goodwill and write it off, but Funko can't? I guess the thing is that they're the manufacturer, so they can't write it off by donating it. And I guess like the way that the loophole works off without them dumping it, apparently, just the way the legality of this works.
Interesting.
What?
Oh, well, the chat is saying that we're muted. Are we back? Are we back?
Can you hear us? 1, 2, 3. Can you imagine if they didn't hear any of that Pokemon
F
shit?
stream. Oh, audio issues. Oh no. Oh no.
Can they hear?
Swan, no. Not F. We're still alive. Don't F us yet. It's on and off.
Oh, it's on and off.
We officially back at unmuted. Okay.
Okay.
Nice. And you sound better somehow, Pancho.
Yeah, you sound really good now. Oh, it's cool. Oh man.
What the heck? Still
Yeah, I
was
guess
going in and out for KJ.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
all
I
right.
guess what I was saying is I
Wait,
know a
wait.
guy who
Let's try with that
really
supernatural
involved with sneakers
segue.
back in the day. Now he's like a
Remember that supernatural
Speaking of
segue that we
highly
had?
collectible things, since
Yes.
we were talking about cards,
Speaking of highly
we
collectible
did.
things, like we were talking about with cards, what happened this week?
What was it?
I heard over $30 million worth of Funko Pops are being dumped. Now we can't hear Poncho. Oh man,
Can you guys hear me?
we can hear you. What is happening? I think
All right, okay, now they can hear me.
somebody doesn't want us to talk about this. Clearly,
Yeah, that's true.
are we digging a little too deep here?
I don't know. Dang, now the server's not working. That's crazy. Okay, yeah,
Oh man.
but they can. Yeah, everything's good now.
Okay, well, let's hope Rick comes back. Anyway, speaking there. Anyway, speaking of, oh hey Rick.
Yeah. Speaking of highly collectible things, as we were talking about cards, interesting factoids. I seen Funko getting trashed all over. Everybody's saying this is fucked up. You know how many orphanages would love these funky pops? Do you know how many Goodwills could sell these? Well, here's a little.
I don't hear anything again.
Huh?
No, I can hear you.
I can hear you, Rick.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
I
Boog.
can't hear Rick.
Sorry, Boog. My voice sounds nice though. I swear.
Yeah.
So I guess
Rick
the
is
way
talking
these
right now.
He is.
Rick
the
is
way
talking
these,
right now. Yeah, one sec.
Try.
Speaking of highly collectible.
No. Just try leaving and coming back. See if that fixes it.
Can the chat hear me at least?
I mean, sure. Yeah, they can hear you because I can hear you.
Okay.
Let me leave and come back.
What? No. Speaking of highly collectible.
I left of my own volition.
Okay.
And I came back of my own volition, just hoping the Boog would
I
hear
can't
my.
hear Rick. All right, I'm gonna leave and come back.
Okay, so it wasn't me. Thank God. It wasn't me.
Something? I don't know.
It was just him. Maybe. Can you hear me now, Boog? Now we can't hear Boog.
Boog, are you saying anything?
Yes, he is. His thing is moving, but we can't hear him.
Not yet. Now I'm
Okay.
saying something. Can you
now
hear?
Can you hear Rick?
I can hear everybody. We good.
Yay!
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Hey, speaking of highly collectible.
Speaking of highly collectible items,
For the love of God. Speaking of highly collectible.
Over the
things,
past week,
like cards.
The story was everywhere. Everybody that I knew was messaging me like, "Did you hear about this?" Like, yeah, man, I collect figures. I have a few Funko Pops, but I'm not the fucking Funko expert here. Okay. Yeah, I guess the way that this works out, people were really like throwing them under the bus, telling them like they should be donating these things. Like, why are they just throwing them away? I guess the way that this shit is working out, because they're the manufacturer, they can't do things like Target and just give these things away and write them off. They produce these things, and there's just some sort of legality way that there's no way that they can recoup this $30 million worth of Funko Pops without just throwing them away. There's no way for them to do it other than this. So that's why every local landfill is filled with Funko Pops.
It costs less to lose $30 million.
Yeah, they said that they actually it costs more in warehouse space than it costs to stock them in their like it just makes more sense for them to throw them all away because they're spending so much in warehouse space storage for these. They had to build additional space onto their main warehouse to host like 100 million baby Yodas. Like it's like crazy.
Yeah, the amount of Rose Ticos that they had in Funko Pop.
Oh man, can you imagine?
Oh man, the Poe Damerons, the Rose Ticos that they have.
You're telling me there's not one retailer out there that doesn't want to just take $30 million of inventory off their hands real quick, sell it, make a little profit ski?
It's gotta be.
No?
Somebody raise their hands. Somebody raise their hands if they're ready to take 30 mil. 30
Yeah,
mil
like you
Funko.
said, it's probably like a tax write-off.
Yeah, for sure. Like canceling a movie, even though it's like mostly filmed.
True. Absolutely.
Yeah.
WB's over there like, I'm with you, Funko. I get it.
Yeah.
EBR in chat is asking, why do they make so many? They go into that in the article too. They said that they had like, I want to say it was a 19% increase. Like they made so much. Oh, they had a 17. Let's see. They had like a huge profit the year before. But that was obviously all that was riding off the high of like pandemic sales and stuff. I would imagine it's like
they overproduced basically because they were going off of pandemic years numbers, which were up, which informs them the following year to say, well, we made more last year, let's produce more this year, and then sales just didn't follow along with that.
Yeah, across the board, and we said it a million times. We sound like a fucking broken record, but across the board in every single market of every single product, this is the case. All of these companies saw the money signs and they were like, "Oh, we got to keep this up." But there's no fucking way to keep this up. There's just no way,
This is about to crash. I mean, for sure, like Shroomi's saying, there's this. If it's not already here, people have been talking about a big old Funko crash.
Yeah,
not just that.
I can't really take anybody seriously that's got a wall of Funkos behind them. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
that's why I don't see. That's why I don't turn on my camera. That's why I don't turn on my camera. Everybody asks. I can't because this is the abuse I'm dealing with.
What if it's Detolfs of Funkos? Huh?
Oh man, could you imagine? There's got to be people like that put the Detolfs, like the boxed Funkos, in the Detolfs. There has to.
Yeah.
Since we're already here and we're talking about a company, something that's been flying under the radar, shockingly, because I don't know how these Hasbro hating podcasts and groups and people aren't set to Twitter right now. That the Hasbro stock is horribly low right now. It's the lowest it's been, I think, since 2011.
Yeah, where's it at right now?
Yeah, it's really bad right now. It was funny because earlier this week, people were like, "Oh man, this is the lowest it's been since 2014," and then to like close off the week, it's like, "Fuck, now it's the lowest it's been since 2011."
Oh shit! Are we going bull on Hasbro?
Yeah, very bullish. I don't know what's going on over there, but not too hot. If you thought that they were firing before, might be in for a big layoff coming soon.
Well, just as long as the people at the top have a nice, comfy parachute.
I mean, let's be honest; these guys need their bonuses.
That's true. They sure do.
Who's gonna pay for the summer house in Martha's Vineyard?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's. I mean, it was like you said, big enough news that all of your normie friends are like texting you about this whole thing. And I don't know too much about the Popo Funks, but hey, hopefully this. I mean, it doesn't necessarily bode well for Hasbro if they're reporting losses too. I don't think they'll be at the point where they need to dump inventory like this, but it just is indicative of the industry post-pandemic right now. Overall, being that like what is considered, I would say, probably the largest toy company overall in terms of mainstream appeal. Funko Pops, everybody's got damn Funko Pops. So
yeah, that's the thing. Like, if this is what's happening to a toy that has every license imaginable and that only costs $7.99, can you imagine what that means for any other toy line?
Yeah,
if this is what's happening to them.
I don't know. Rough, Funko Pops. I mean, they do have a mass appeal to them, but I don't know. It's not the same. But I was going to also say that. What did you just mention? You just reminded me about something when you mentioned. What did you just say, Fabio, about Hasbro?
That I don't think they'll be at the point where they need to dump inventory like this.
Yes, they did have their quote unquote warehouse sale this past week, though.
Oh, that's true.
They did.
with no fanfare, no announcement. Just what, day of announcement?
Day before, I believe.
Day before. Just, hey, it's up.
Yeah, and it
You're in
really
stock.
sucked because they
Did Dan
weren't.
even tell us to save that bread?
Yeah, shout out to Dan. Always letting people know ahead of time. But yeah, it kind of sucked. Not only did I miss it, but like I woke up and I was like, oh, okay, you can't get the best discount if you're not a premium member. So that sucked.
Oof.
On top of missing it, but
Well, yeah, Schwan and Trevor. What's up, Trevor? 1-6 shooter in the chat mentioning that Lego's up right now. Lego is its own crazy thing. You know, that's out of the traditional toy conversation. I think that's its own genre.
there's the king.
But
king
they
of the
do
castle.
put out crazy stuff like that $500 Rivendell set from Lord of the Rings. Crazy.
Yeah, and they sell, man. They sell
Oof.
with ease.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
My roommate was telling me about it, and he was like, "Oh man, I got to put together my my Helm's Deep again because that's about as much as I paid for it." I'm like, "Fuck, that old Helm's Deep was $500. I had no idea."
And
So
if
if
it
you
was
really
$500,
if you think it's really expensive, that's actually kind of par for the course.
and if it was $500 then
Yeah,
it must be like $700 now.
right. And you're
Which
still
is
getting it for
ridiculous.
500. So
Yeah, you know it's funny. The other day I was.
no, I mean he paid 500 for it now.
Oh,
So
he
I
paid
guess
500 for it now. Okay.
yeah.
It was funny the other day. Well, not the other day. Like last month, I was cleaning out one of my drawers and I found this really random Lego I've never fucking seen before. And I was like, oh, let me look this thing up. Man, tell me why I sold this random ass Star Wars Lego for like $60. Just a singular Lego, man.
It'd be like that.
He's just some fucking random trooper guy.
Even some of like I was at like CVS or something, and they have sort of like the little impulse toy aisle that's kind of by the register. Like the line that you wait in to get to the register goes through the aisle, at least in mine, and they have a few little like Lego sets there. And it's like, oh, cool, it's an impulse aisle. How much can this possibly cost? It's like a little, I think it was like a Star Wars thing with like 2 vehicles and some Mandalorians or whatever. Impulse buy, $25. What? That's crazy.
You know that's 1/4 of a fucking mezco.
Exactly. I look exactly in those terms. I look at everything.
Yeah, man. That's a quarter Death Adder right there.
Right? Exactly.
So
Speaking
we
of,
want
I got him in. Pretty cool.
We want to talk about the other controversial news for that other company.
What other controversial news from what company?
A certain sexy rat man.
Whoa.
That's
Stupid
been-
sexy Ratman?
That's been getting memed. That thing has been getting memed to hell, and I love it.
I guess
Oh
we gotta get
he's hot.
Yes. So wave 10 of Super 7's Ultimates TMNT. It's
They're
up.
On 10, they're on.
Pre-orders
10
are up.
days?
220 for the set. 55 individually. And you got Rocker Leo. You got like Ninja April. You got Casey with a cool red shirt. And
That's Mirage Casey.
Yep. And Stupid Sexy Rat King, who, contrary to what has been sort of the ongoing design philosophy for the Super 7 Ultimates, is that they're supposed to look like the old Playmates toys. Well, it seems like there was talk behind the scenes that was actually confirmed earlier that they're no longer really allowed to use the Playmates designs. So they made a new Rat King design here. And it is considerably much more handsome.
That is a very handsome Rat King.
He is. He's bae. I mean, look at him.
Rat King Bay.
The amount of Rat King memes have been fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna look some up right now. So here is Long's Toys had a tweet saying, hearing a rumor that Super 7 isn't allowed to make their TMNT Ultimates look like the original Playmates toys anymore. Hear anything about this? Pixel Dan, Toy Bro, Preternia? Pixel Dan appears to be accurate, yes. Pixel Dan, the TMNT and He-Man man himself. So Dan.
Big if true.
Big if true. It is true. So yeah, it's big. big punch.
Well, Dan would know. So
It
I'm
appears
confused.
to be true.
Why is only Rat King different? And
The other ones are, I think, mostly. You know what? That's a good question. Are these exactly like the old toys?
Well, I mean, we got to scratch Casey because that's Mirage Casey, so it's not really.
Yeah, and it's reuse anyway. He's like
Is there ever
mostly
a
reused.
ninja? Is there
April is the
ever a
ninja?
ninja? Is there ever a ninja, April O'Neil?
I don't know. If anybody in the chat is a big TMN teist, are all of these also original toy designs?
There was
I don't know
no.
that I've ever seen that April before.
No, me neither. I never seen that. No, there's no April that's a ninja other than in the 2005
movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. We got a breaking news update. Literally live as I refresh Twitter. This was 10 minutes ago, pre-Turnia. Well, Chris Terry draws, really. So, per the designer, Kyle Wadiga, the Rat King is based on the new Shredder's Revenge video game. He confirmed it on the AIC podcast Instagram post. And here is said Rat King.
There he is, handsome king.
Shredder's Revenge, Rat King.
Rumblin' Rodent Regent.
RRR, great movie.
Oh, man. I guess he was pretty handsome in that, too. But wasn't he based on the cartoon in that? Isn't the whole Shredder's Revenge aesthetic supposed to be on the cartoon?
Uh-oh.
If you notice,
I don't know, actually. I really don't know.
Even the rats are good looking. Look at them. They're cute.
Those are some cute-ass rats, right?
Disney-looking rats.
I think
they are on his shoulders. He just needs to start singing a song.
I think the only figure that does have a Playmates counterpart from back in the day is the Rocker Leo. Is that supposed to be identical?
Hold on, go back to that image. Is that Krang there?
Practically a shot-for-shot remake.
Whoa! Krang where? Here? Yeah.
Look at that.
Well, the android. It's just a head. So, like, in each level of the game, you're, like, trying to get the pieces of the...
Why is he so sad?
Because it's just his head.
So
he's trying to piece it back together.
So
the Rat's here to stop you.
It's COVID Krang. He's alone.
Gorging
on wine.
He has no body. Get it? He has nobody.
Ha ha!
Come on, Boog.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh, pretty good, he says. All right, fine. Yeah, well, there he is. I mean, that does sort of explain that. I feel like the rest of the design is very still toy-ish. This was probably just late game change.
Yeah, and you know
that'll be the thing moving forward, I guess. I know. Bean, you're right. It really doesn't really make much sense because the rest of the line so far has been, like you said, Rick, had Playmates counterparts. So I guess the Rocker Leo.
I like the head sculpt where he's. I like that head sculpt where he's going off the gas. Look at those red eyes.
Yeah,
I know, right? Look at that. Ooh.
He just got through the fumigation level.
Yeah.
He's on a bean right now.
He had to go back in for his Red Sox tickets. You know, he left them in the apartment and it's being fumigated.
This is still a developing story. We'll see if we have any updates on this, whether today or the next stream. But be interesting because that really fucking takes the legs right out from under this line. If they're really not allowed to use toy designs anymore, it's fucking weird.
And if it's Playmates complaining that, you know, it's our designs, you're not allowed to use them, what does that mean for something like Toxic Crusaders, which is also technically based on the Playmates line?
Maybe because the movie's coming out, you know, Playmates is feeling themselves right now. Maybe they're
they're trying to keep the focus on the movie product that they're making and take the steam out from other companies that are making kind of classic Turtles buck, you know?
Yeah, you know, speaking of which, just a little sidestep, Phil Ramirez is the sculptor of that line. So, really incredible Phil Ramirez,
of Toxics?
Of a legendary toy sculptor.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, he's working on The Cursed Dead with Anna Van Wickler. Yeah, he's a really cool dude. He's massive. He is a tall human.
Formerly of Toy Biz. You know, we never
Yeah.
talked about that whole Toy Biz thing either.
Let's get into it.
No, we could do this. We could do that. Why not? Why not?
A little catch up. Let's go.
Yeah, I guess we forgot to mention it during this week. The weekly show.
Little weekly show.
Are they just under Toy Biz? Whatever. What is their Instagram that everybody was sharing?
Toy Biz Official.
Toy Biz official, yeah.
Toy Biz _ official. It's not coming up. Oh, maybe the account got removed. Whoa! Wouldn't that be a development?
I thought that they were back.
I'm not seeing them. Oh man, that would be quite a shocker. If anybody knows what their Instagram is, let me know.
Yeah, we'll chase it to the ends of the earth.
For real, man. What a pro show.
We're professionals.
Maybe they blocked you.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, man.
They were like, "Hey, this guy, he's on a toy related podcast 2 times a week. Gotta cut him loose."
Yeah, I can't see him either.
Maybe
they blocked me.
What's going on?
Toy Biz official, one word maybe? No, it's not coming up. Toy Biz .official? No.
They got an underscore in there somewhere, huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
very sus. I think the page got taken down. Yeah, that seems like what it is.
Oh man.
Sorry to have wasted time on that, but we're coming to the realization now that it's gone. They took it down. Too much backlash. Their terrible, like weird bodies that they had shown were like not well received.
Yeah, the page, I have it right here. It's just Toy Biz Official, so it's just gone.
Oh, man.
I'm assuming somebody just told their legal department to fucking kill these guys.
Perhaps.
Well, I think Lago has screenshots of all that stuff too.
We have the screenshots. It's in the chat. That's where I found it just now.
Yeah, I was just looking for them.
They're right after the Superman one and the
the Superman exists and he is American.
Yeah. I don't remember who it was, but somebody was saying from the jump that this was all bullshit and that these dudes are fucking. This is Jeff Beckett in disguise.
Oh man, can you imagine?
Look at this horrific fucking body.
Yeah, this is a kooky sculpt, and like fingers are articulated. Like, just like money wise, it doesn't make sense to have articulated fingers on a 6-inch scale body. Like,
that's right.
And he's got cankles too. I don't know. I couldn't do it.
And these are such like clearly digital renders. Like these are like made on the same computer that made Reboot in like 1999.
Yeah, this is the Toy Story 1 server that crashed in the middle of production.
The worst part is that, you know what? Maybe I'd have given it a little more belief on my half if the fingers were just articulated at one point.
This shit is beyond belief, my friend.
They're like
doesn't even like fit to put soft goods over.
Oh my god, Fabio!
That's where you really lose them. That's where you really lost Fabio. He's like, oh, come on.
I'm saying, dude, these proportions would be all off.
Dude,
clothes would be bunching at every joint. It's terrible.
This guy's built like if Joe Swanson could walk. It's terrible.
The Toy Biz Secret Labs Ultra Tight Body. A 6-inch scale body designed to perform the wildest poses.
Well, if you've been under a rock out there and you don't know what the hell we're talking about, this account has actually been up for a while, but they just started recently, as of like maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, sharing information and saying that they were coming back and basically trying to pretend like they were going to have the sculptors and designers from the original Toy Biz crew come back and work on Toy Biz and freaking everybody. I'm echoing Fabio. That's probably you, but basically just I don't know, getting the community into a frenzy in a bit. There was a lot of videos being made and people saying this and saying that, and like realistically, all you got to do is think about it. There's no way that not only that they couldn't get these guys who worked on the original Toy Biz brand to come back together, first of all, but secondly, they wouldn't have a Marvel license. It's not like they would be making Toy Biz Marvel Legends or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
and
it's quite-
they put pictures up of the logo of Legendary Comic Book Heroes, saying that it was going to return, and then that other line that they have, movie icons. It didn't make any sense. That's just not how things work.
Yeah, I know. I ran the numbers. They didn't add up.
Yeah, it's not the things that they were saying just made absolutely no sense.
Oh, and then they made this big post like explaining who they are.
Let us explain number one
Yeah, that was only number one. You see, there was a couple of sequels.
that we never got to see because they're gone.
No, and we're not allowed to.
There it is. Yeah, I was gonna say all of the screen grabs are up in plastic and paint too.
Oh yeah, I'm not there.
Yeah, sorry.
How about Legendary Comic Book Heroes will return in 2023?
Yeah, they'll return right on eBay when you go ahead and buy your Monkey Man Build-A-Figure on eBay.
How about movie icons?
There you
No.
go.
And
Wait.
it's really crazy that, I mean, there's really not a lot of like domestic companies that just do body molds like this.
I mean, everyone should have fingers like that in the domestic toy world.
No, not like this, I mean specifically, but for like a toy company to burst on the scene to be like, hey, our thing is that we make these ultra articulated bodies. It's always just like third party, like overseas listings that just show up.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
I think
Weird.
I think things like that are because if there's anything that this past year has shown you and last year is that these people that run these toy companies, the ones that truly run these toy companies, not the guys that are on the ground floor working and promoting this shit for them. The guys that truly run these companies, they're fucking dumb. They think that kids are still buying these things. It's so hard to convince these 70, 80-year-old men like, no, kids don't buy these, adults do. They're looking at, what the fuck are you talking about? Toys are being bought by a fucking 50-year-old guy.
No, adults buy cigars and cars.
Yeah, they're living in the past, man. It's
Yeah, and
you know what's
even more difficult to convince them of is that these same adults are setting up displays of the figures. Not only are adults buying them, but they actually playing with them in these intricate, wild displays.
Surely you jest, an adult?
Yep. But what do you guys think happened though here? You think who got this taken down? Who killed us? Or did they just do it themselves?
It seems like the account's just been taken down.
You
So,
know,
very
there
sus.
was a tweet. I don't remember who the hell it was. God, somebody tweeted like not all the things you see on Instagram are real. I don't remember if it was Dan or if it was somebody, but somebody kind of let people know like this is bullshit.
Okay. How we doing on our guest?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What did you call it, Poncho? Guest lecturer, special
guest
business?
lecturer, college professor.
I thought it was a special
what
guest
did you-
referee.
What'd you say?
We were going to have
Emeritus?
a street match.
You said it was emeritus something or what was it, Ryan? A guest speaker at
A guest speaker. Hey, at the end, I got a really great line. May your hats fly higher than your dreams.
You realize nobody's graduating today, Poncho.
I know, but it'd still be fun to, like, kind of
A payday.
a 100 grand.
a 100 grand.
It's actually a
nothing
great
better-
bit too, but it's just like
There's nothing better when that guy gets hit in the fucking face with a candy bar. All right. So this is how business works. You sell things to make money so you can buy beanie babies.
babies.
Oh, man.
Unreal.
Do we want to? Speaking of Toy Biz, though, do we want to get into some Hasbro? There was a pre-order. What, yesterday? Today?
Yes. There was a pre-order definitely, and I think there was quite the hubbub
Uh-oh.
Quite the hubbub, for sure.
over a certain meme made about multiple pre-orders that went up this week.
Really?
That don't seem to match up.
What? You're gonna have to link me all that, sir.
It's in the podcast chat.
Oh. Wait, where?
Oh, maybe Boog didn't. I thought Boog sent it in there, but maybe not.
Either way, everything we saw on that live stream, they revealed all
everything.
not everything. Well, the Spider Legends, right?
Yeah.
Take it away.
What we saw from the Hasbro first live stream of 2023, these Spider-Man Marvel Legends figures, which most of us assume would be part of some Build-A-Figure wave that they just hadn't revealed the Build-A-Figure for. We were all wrong, and it is a retro carded wave with all modern looks for the characters. So,
Oof.
except the rose here, I guess is kind of modern. I mean, kind of retro. I don't know, but 60% of the wave here are modern looks for the characters on retro cards. No Build-A-Figure, but the big hubbub here and the big contentious
Hullabaloo.
video.
Let's say hullabaloo.
Yeah, is that these are very minimally accessorized. You're not getting much of anything here for $24.99. Rose seems to have the most accessories. And then they even have one figure that has absolutely nothing packed in with him in Tarantula, which is wild. That's wild. That's unheard of. When has that happened before? Has that ever happened before?
I said it like 2-3 weeks ago. When Jada Toys is out here doing this off the jump with those fucking Street Fighters, how can you do this? At $20 they're doing it. How can you do this?
Even what's his name? Rollerball. What's the dude that throws the bubbles? I don't know.
Bubble
That
thrower.
dude, Speedball.
Speedball, yeah.
Even Speedball had no accessories for him, but was packed with a Build-A-Figure piece.
Yeah, I don't understand. You can't keep hiding behind the price of licenses because all these companies are paying licenses, all of them are. So what's the
great
excuse?
post from Mighty Max here.
Yeah, and I sent you another one in the group chat just now. It's like it's kind of like that one, but a little bit like it's more like like 4 different figures there. But yeah, shout out to Mighty Max for tagging us earlier this week. But
yeah, he's had a couple of these posts that have been making the rounds. I reposted one on my story too. So a lot of people are saying, you can't really compare the Legends to the Joes because the Joes are in-house brand. And yes, that's true. They don't have to pay for licensing for Joe's because they own it outright. We've talked about that plenty of times on the show. Still doesn't negate the fact that this is some bullshit.
No, you guys are all wrong, dude. Okay. They're doing us a favor. Because I'm okay with getting less value for something because to me, the value is in the retro card. Okay. It appeals to my nostalgia. So I'm okay with it being worse.
You know what? I bet you that was their fucking reasoning too. That stupid shit you just said is their actual
sir. These are my feelings.
And I think the worst part of it all, it's not even that these things don't come with accessories. It's not that they're. I mean, I guess it is. I was going to say it's not that they're $24.99, but it's that everyone here knows that when these lines first started, these like vintage card backed ones, it was a way for you to fill out things that had already come out. Or like easy repaints or whatnot, easy redos.
Shit that was like crazy money on a secondary that you're getting another shot at
for a lower price. It was the whole
it came
point
with
of
less than the mainline version.
Yeah, that was their bill to all of us. That was the way that they sold it to us. Was like, hey, look, like you're not gonna get no BAFs here, so don't ever expect these vintage cars to have BAFs. But look at 1999, you're gonna be able to fucking get the Rogue that's $150 now for $20. You know, you're gonna be able to get the Gambit, whatever the hell it was. But like now it's hidden behind a fake premium box. Like what's going on, man?
And you know what? I
What's
bet you
happening?
they're also thinking that, all right, well, whatever. Tarantula's just got the black fist. There's plenty of characters that we put out that's got just black gloved hands. Like, you just use one of your other ones that you already bought. Like, nah, that's not good enough either. That's
Nah,
shitty. That's real
Yeah,
shit.
man.
they can't even go with the excuse of the we want to make sure that when we put a character out like this or whatever, assuming that someone who's new to the line is going to want this thing, so we can't
Mhm.
think in terms of them already having hands that could
Right.
possibly go with this, because ain't no new fucking collector gonna buy this except someone trying to fill out a deep Marvel Legends
Absolutely.
roster who already
Especially
has a
if-
bunch of Marvel Legends.
Yeah, especially this particular character too. Like, there's
Yeah.
nobody walking down the aisle that was like, you know what? This is not Spider-Man, and it's sort of a Spider-Man outfit with a do-rag over his eyes. I'll buy this. Like, nah, it's not happening. You got to know what's going on and be kind of engulfed in this world, and be a lifelong comic reader and collector
Mhm.
to even look twice at some shit like this. So,
Yeah.
It's like we've said a million times. When you're in the toy aisle and Marvel Legends is right next to GI Joes, why? There's no way you feel tempted to buy these Marvel Legends. There's just no way. And around the corner is the collector's aisle where you see $29.99 for SH Figure Arts. I don't.
Mhm.
You know, it's getting nuts, man. I don't know. This is
you know what it is too,
smart stuff.
though. It's like, don't get me wrong. They've got some new sculpts and designs and stuff in this retro carded wave. Again, something that somebody that's been collecting Marvel Legends for a while can appreciate, but they're not drawing in any new people just looking at this. That's like, oh, okay, this is a new sculpt. This is a brand new sculpt. I understand. Like, nah, that's not how it works. A person that's totally new to this is not thinking in that way at all. And I don't think any like kids are even reading modern comic books right now, so they don't even know what's going on. So
No, and you know, it's like I said before. Every company pays their licensing fee for these figures that they make. It's not unique. It's not like Hasbro is the only company that has to pay Marvel or Disney, whoever the hell they have to pay for these licenses. Like, that's not an excuse. Like, NECA has to pay an insane amount of fucking different people for their licenses. McFarlane had to pay for DC, like the Jada Toys, who has nothing to do with action figures previous to, like, before those ones that they made last year. Like, they have to pay for Street Fighter. It's not like they're known for Street Fighter. Like
Universal Monsters, another pretty big license right now.
Yeah, like all of these companies, they got to pay for these licenses. That's not an excuse. Like, it's an excuse to a point. You know, I'm not. You know, to a point, it's an excuse. Like, you can't use that forever. It's not going to explain away everything because all these other companies don't do that. So
Well,
why
Cap Lives
do
is
they
right.
only-
All the money went to the Electra sculpt.
I was just about to say that. Electra is probably the most uniquely sculpted and brand new bodied figure out of the wave. I heard that the size are wrong though. Somebody commented that on my video. I don't know. I haven't read
Yeah, and
this comic, but
But
And
that
you know,
shouldn't feel like they're doing you a favor, like that the
Yeah,
sculpt
no.
is new. That should just be not expected, you know what I mean? But like,
No, it should be expected. I think so.
yeah, it should
Yeah.
be. Like,
For a
when you got this
multi-billion-dollar company, I think it should be.
oh yeah, okay. fair.
when you got this guy that sells Batmo Beast making every single figure a unique sculpt, like, that's obviously not what we're asking for here, but like,
Mhm.
what's the excuse? It's the perfect comparison. That guy's figures are bigger. They're $19.99 and every single sculpt is different. Like, I don't know, you know, it's tough, and like, yeah, this Electra looks incredible. You know, I was talking to my friend Vince the other day, local legend. And like, yeah, this thing looks incredible, but what am I gonna do? This is a ninja with no hands. This only holding size and that's it. Like, we don't got no chops.
Yeah.
We don't got no stylized fingers. Like, that's
No
rough, man.
hands,
Yeah, nothing. As incredible as this
non-trigger
looks.
finger. So she can only hold them like, like this, not
Yeah.
just like in front of her like that, unless the fingers are like this,
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong.
not to mention that it's not like, well, it is like these are unique as well too with the red and the black. It's not even like
Yeah.
you could swap from some previous Elektra figure or any other previous figure for that matter.
Right.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, the sculpt is fantastic. You know, it looks like a great figure, but like this is still so minimal. Like, yeah, it's a great figure, but what am I gonna do? Is it gonna hold the size one specific way and that's it? Like for a ninja? Come on, my man. What's
And
going on?
will, if you have, let's say, the 3-pack Elektra, will those heads fit on this body?
Can you imagine?
Even if you pop it off, probably not, because that looks like a single scarf piece right there. I don't know, but it's never
I wonder-
guaranteed that these things will be compatible like that.
I wonder if the face covering is attached to the head and it's all one piece.
That'd
Mhm.
be
Yeah, and
awful
then I seen
because
that.
can you move it?
Oh
Yeah.
god, I wouldn't put it past them. And then there's that Spider-Man and then this Spider-Woman where they keep giving them like mismatched hands. That Spider-Man has like 2 fists, one whipping hand, and one like open palm. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
that
man.
pissed me off. That really
Like,
pissed
what
me
is
off.
going on? Not this
Mhm.
one, the Ben Riley one. Like,
Ben
what
Riley
is happening?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't
Oh, yeah,
understand.
it's not even on here.
What are we doing?
Ben Riley, where is he? There
There
he
he
is.
is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's awful.
Look at that. That's
Come
that's
on, man.
some lazy bullshit.
Oh, man.
This is no good, bro. This is no good.
And don't get me wrong. Again, this is the newer Renew Your Vows Buck. By the way, he's got the toe joints and everything, so it's good articulation. It's great articulation.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, what are you gonna do with one whipping hand and one open hand? Like what?
Yeah,
The head seems
you know,
kind of
and-
big too. Kind of makes his body
Yeah.
look smaller than it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Now I'm assuming that these hands you could probably match up some other previous Spider-Man figure, but again, that's not really an excuse. Like
It's always the shade of red. You never know.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can't go into it like, well, they've bought a Spider-Man before. Like, how the fuck do you know if I've bought a Spider-Man before? Like,
Yeah.
That
Can't make
shit
that
on the new
assumption,
body,
bro.
but again, you're just paying for a body, like
Wow.
with some paint. Like that's the appeal here.
Yeah, this is
So
tough, man.
I've heard a lot of different speculation over the past couple days or whatever. Maybe they did originally intend this to be a Build-A-Figure wave and they had to cut cost and this and that, but then again they got it on a retro card back with the
Mhm.
plastic, which was supposed to be, they were supposed to pull back on doing that to do the closed box things so they could save money, and it just seems like a lot of like bullshit excuses as to why they're giving you less shit for more money.
I'm thinking maybe this was originally planned to ride off the high of Spider-Verse 2, and that's why it's still in blister packs too, because it was finalized way back before they did the plastic-free initiative.
Yeah, that could
And
be. That
we've
could
seen
definitely be true.
the leaks of the Spider-Verse wave
Yeah.
already, and
And
those
they're-
are in a retro style packaging too.
Yeah.
Yep.
It makes
be true.
perfect sense to me, but
Yeah, and I mean,
I'm a little
it
biased.
only helps the case that we got that shitty ass Miles in this wave. Such a dope design, just killed by a random like over piece jacket.
Yeah,
Like,
from what I understand, he's going back to the original costume now too. So this was like really short lived.
and it looks terrible. Like,
It's not even that, because like the art, it's crazy because like when he's drawn with this shirt on, it's usually like way tighter and more form fitting, and it looks better than this. Like this is awful.
yeah, no,
This
the design
the
is
worst
the
iteration.
design is awesome, and I would have taken it in figure form. I just wish that the shirt would have been sculpted instead and had the ab articulation. And
Yeah.
like, what am I going to do with this? This is Spider-Man. I don't want him to not move somewhere. Like,
True.
it's gonna suck.
Speaking of what,
And single jointed elbows at that too.
oh my
Yeah.
god, don't even get me started.
What year is this? Oh my God.
And the other thing, I think I brought this up on the last stream or whatever, but the Chasm and Ben Riley are, both Ben Riley, and they're on different bodies. It makes no damn sense.
Where's the continuity?
So hearing from what people are saying in chat, Blake Quamin hit us with 5. He said, "I'm one of the biggest Hasbro apologists, and even I can admit this is some BS. It's unacceptable." Dang, it be your own people.
Yeah, and you know it's like it's like with those pictures. It's like with those pictures we were sharing. It really makes it worse that those G.I. Joe pre-orders went up around the same time, and those G.I. Joes all look absolutely incredible. And these fucking Legends are just so flat. Like that torpedo, with all that it comes with, is just $24.99. It's like, look at this. This is the same price figure. What's going on, man?
It's kooky. Anna and Maine hit us with 5 as well. He said, "I know y'all come at me for this. These are all characters and looks that I want, so I'm buying them all." Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong.
I think that's what we're saying, is that they're hoping that that's enough of a selling point. Is the character selection and the look specifically for that character that is selling you.
Yeah, that's what they're
to make up
on.
for the fact that it doesn't come with anything.
Absolutely,
and it shouldn't be the case.
Bo Biggs, man, the myth, the legend himself, hit us with 10. Thank you so much. Blake hit us again with 5, saying, "I'm curious how much more Legends would have cost to get as many accessories as classified. 5 years ago, it would have been this." I would imagine.
Yeah, it's just.
I mean, looking at it realistically, a lot of these G.I. Joe classifieds basically come with as much as like that deluxe War Machine.
Some of them, yeah.
Absolutely.
So something. How much was that when it came out? Like $29.99?
Yes.
No, $34.99, something like that.
It's either 29 or 31.
And that was pre-price jump, technically, I suppose. But
yeah, I think it might have been 31, 32 or something like that. Maybe if that. It might have been 29, honestly.
And you know, we're not even talking about the other line made by Hasbro too, which you know, Poncho, me, other people have seen and collected in the stores, is these fucking Power Rangers coming with motorcycles for what's the price on those, Poncho? $29.99?
It's 35. It's a whole ass motorcycle. Well, there's a dog there.
A whole
yeah, he jumped off the bed and then he wanted help getting back on.
It's a dog there.
Was that Big C?
No, yeah. The American Nightmare.
What a guy.
Cody.
Yeah, how can you look at Legends on a peg at $24.99 and then look to the fucking right of you, and this fool comes with a whole ass bike?
Listen,
motorcycle.
Man, if it's got spider webs and Spider-Man logo on it, that's what they're banking on. Just
they know they got you.
Yeah, they've entered an age where they're feeling themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's no coincidence. It's no coincidence that every single reviewer out there's best performing review is a Spider-Man related figure. It's not a coincidence.
100%.
They know that they'll do it.
Fat Man hit us with 10. He said, "This Spider Wave is trash." And the new Guardians 3 Wave is also some trash. The line is in a decline if this is where it's going. RIP Legends, especially when you see the classified line.
Well, I can't say that. I can't agree with that. Classified is killing it, but Legends just showed a bunch of great shit for the 60th anniversary program. So it's like whack-a-mole with them, you know.
Those are going to be a deluxe fall program at a higher price point as well.
I mean, yeah, but they it's some heat. It's definitely some heat, and it's not even that these figures are this character selection is whack, because again, it's like it's modern looks. It's just that it's just not enough packed in with them. That's really all it is.
Absolutely. John P hit us with 5. He said, "Have you guys noticed the last couple of Spider-Man figures outside of this wave didn't come with BAF parts either, and 4 out of 6 of these aren't even on retro cards."
Jesus Christ.
4 out of 6 of those aren't even on retro cards. That's what he said.
Yeah, for this wave here, exactly.
Yeah, it's simply because they know that Spider-Man will sell. Anything with a Spider-Man logo on it, like, some parent is just going to grab it off a shelf to, like, quell their crying kid. Like, "You like Spider-Man, right? Here it is."
Look, it's Marvel's Chasm, Junior.
Ever heard of this guy?
All right. So that was the big to-do with Legends. Should we get into the community highlights segment at this time?
Yeah. I wanted to bring on High School Creations, the man, the myth. He's been making rounds last couple of weeks, showing off his project for the Wall XD, his new Kickstarter that's about to launch this Tuesday. And, you know, we wanted to go ahead and have him on, explain to the community what this is about. And yeah, Mike, you're on with us. How's it going? Oh no.
Hey, what's up? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, what's
I'm
your name?
looking
Where are you
for a
calling
mic.
from?
I'm looking for a mic. Where are you?
Oh man.
Oh, no.
Well, because Discord does this weird thing where you get pulled into the channel, it turns off your mic and stuff, and then asks you if you want to turn it on.
Oh,
if you say
yeah, it
no
sure
to it,
does.
kills you. Mike, say yes to the pop up. I promise. It's nothing bad. Oh no. Oh no.
Mike.
No.
Well, Mike's been making rounds on a couple of podcasts. He's definitely been doing like a lot of appearances around the community, showing it off. And I said, hey, why not us?
Why not us, huh? Two local legends come together to promote an incredible product.
The Charleston Chewers, they call them.
Wow.
The Charleston Chewers, baby. The Seatown Doggies. I like it.
Seatown Doggies. The baseball team here is called the Charleston River Dogs, owned by Bill Murray.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Mike? We can see you.
Bill
We don't know
Murray,
if we can hear you.
fan of the show,
Yeah, big
friend of the show.
friend of the show.
Yeah,
Once played
big friend of the
basketball with
show.
us. Once
Change
played basketball with us
your
as a cast
audio
member.
source. Little arrow down by the mic. Hit the little caret. I know Discord's weird as hell. Yeah, you hit the little caret down below and change it to whatever your correct audio source input is. Oh, this is so fun. It's just like the beginning of 2020 when everyone was figuring out how to do Zoom.
Zoom calls.
Boom! Look at that.
Hey, we got him.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what up, dude? How's
Thanks
it
for
going?
having me. Good, man. Good. What y'all?
Dude, thanks for being here. We're very excited for all you've got in store for us. You've got such sights to show us.
Do I? Do I? I do.
Oh, I think
You tell
you got-
us.
I got a lot of stuff to show you guys.
Dude, the community is a buzz. It's so cool. So tell the people about Wall XD.
Yeah. So first of all, High School Creations, High School Mike, whatever you want to call me, part of the Enabler Squad. Wall XD. Right. I am a diorama builder. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you
Where-
loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Fabs are like flashing his video. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe it's my end. Wall XD. So I'm a diorama builder. Been building 5 years. Been a long time creator. And so one of the things that I've been working on for the past couple of years is a diorama idea for more people. I can build dioramas really well. The problem is they take a lot of time and they're fragile. And I've come up with an idea that is a diorama piece that is a lot more sturdy than foam. It'll last a lot longer, and you can take it from a single display to a very large expanded display if you're into that kind of thing, right? So if you're into toy photography, A.C.B.A. shots, I think this is a perfect set for you because you can take it from just displaying your figures one day, take it out of the DTOF and scale up for an epic shot that's completely tangible, not printed, something real. Wall XD, this first run is a brick themed, street themed, warehouse kind of theme, back alley theme diorama. And I got one here that I can show you guys. So to put some words, some visuals. Can you guys see that?
Yes. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to leave and come back because it's kind of lagging. I'll be right back.
Boom, there he is.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, good. I didn't see the stream up there. So good. You guys are showing as I'm talking about it. So I actually have some prototypes. I'm making all my prototypes in-house. So I've been able to print 7 or 8 of these. I really want to be able to show off the expandability. So whether that's scaling out horizontally or scaling out vertical, which is really cool, or even hitting some corners. I actually have some new pieces tonight that I just got out the printer that I'm excited to show you guys. But you could take this from a static, standalone piece like this, or like you're seeing in the picture there with the Ronin NECA turtle, you can take it and you can make something that's a complete building utilizing multiple wall XDs with some corner accessories. Something like this. Hopefully you guys can see that. This is an outside corner. You can do the same thing with the...
Oh wow,
This
pretty.
is inside corner. Do the same thing with an outside corner. So you can create complete alleyways. If you have enough pieces, you can make a complete building, 2, 3, 4 stories high. Very excited to be able to do something like this. One of the things, like I was saying, I'm a diorama builder. If you guys don't know, I've been listening, right? Been listening to commissioners for a very long time, and they want something that is scalable, is easy to handle, not so fragile, right? And so, been just toying with some ideas, talking with folks. I got a lot of friends in the community who are in the industry, and just feeling things out. And so this is my first venture into a manufactured piece that I think everybody would be excited for. And one of the things there that you see in that picture are those lighter gray bricks. Those are actually pegs. There's an integrated peg system into each wall that allows for a pegged accessory, which will also be offered. Let me pull up this piece here again. So we'll have a couple.
I saw that where it's like an AC unit and a few other things.
Yeah. Glad to hear
Dude, that's
some
so
feedback here. Yeah, so like first wave of accessories is going to be things like AC units, utility boxes, some exterior light housings. Now these don't have lights, but what they do allow is, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the balloon lights. A lot of diorama guys use those little balloon lights that you can buy for like $1,000 for like $10. Little sticky tack, you can hide it right into that light housing. Should be perfect. Light up your diodes.
Damn, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So these will be sold on Kickstarter starting next Tuesday, 3/14 at 3/14. So Pi Day 3/14. The initial offer is going to be the base wall, which includes the brick wall, the base, the 2 side tab covers. The tabs are what allows for the expandability, and the wall insert. And it will come all the additional pegs plus some, because I know they're small. They will get lost, right? I want to take care of you guys. And yeah, that'll be the base offering. And then we'll have some stretch goals that'll offer a couple waves of accessories, as well as the corners I was just showing off. And then there will be a final stretch goal to really take stuff to the next level with some base style accessories. Will cover up this window. So like the first one's going to be a roll up door. So just doing research and looking out there, there's not a lot of products that do this. I mean, there are definitely some dioramas that are available. I think we know the biggest one, and I get it a lot. The compare contrast is to the NECA set, right? But the NECA set's really static. This thing can be dynamic, right? It can be what you want it to be. Single display, or you can make this thing huge, right?
Yeah, modular, as the kids like to call it, huh?
There you go, modular, right? There's the words, modular. Speaking of, it's really awesome to be here with you guys.
The NECA one is a
A.C.B.A.
good
podcast.
comparison for sure, especially with like the brick pegs and all that. But when I had 2 of them at one point, I found it hard to like kind of put them together. You know what I mean? Because they came to like a very, I don't know, natural finish to each one of them. And I like the idea that you can, go places with this and add more walls and more levels to it and make it as tall as you want or as wide as you want.
What's the initial buy-in going to be?
Great question, Boog. And I haven't announced this yet. I was actually going to wait till Saturday. Tomorrow I'm doing a live for all the exclusive email subscribers, and going to do a couple giveaways with a couple Amazon gift cards for those that have supported up to this point. But I think I'm ready to talk about that. I'm okay with talking about it. So there's going to be.
I don't want to put you out if you got the rollout situated. I don't want to get you out over your skis. But if you feel comfortable, then sure, share it.
So what I will say is there will be 2 early bird tiers. So there will be a initial base offering, which will be the Wall XD, and then there will be a variant, which will be a grayscale variant, which is going to be an artist-proof variant. So for the creators out there or the customizers can buy their own and paint this how they want to, right? You're more than willing to take, a painted version and put your graffiti on it, but there's going to be one offered for the customizers. There will be an early bird special for that one, as well as the regular Wall XD, which is shown here in the digital form or the digital render. Those base offerings will start out at $45. It doesn't count shipping or any accessories or add-ons, but $45 for the base artist render and $55 for the base Wall XD. Again, the base Wall XD is what you see in this picture here. The wall, the base sidewalk, the 2 side tab covers, and that window insert.
Nice.
I love it.
I like that you could, that everything is pieced together. You could just use the sidewalk by itself if you wanted to, or whatever you want to do here. Yeah, I'm digging that.
There's a complete ecosystem. I'm hoping, I've been talking about this on a couple other podcasts, and it's a phased approach, right? The first phase is to get the main wall out here. This is the meat of this product, this design is the wall. Phase 2 is to get the accessories and those corners out. Phase 3 is to bring in those wall plates like that roll-up door, as well as there's some street plates. So you can really complete this thing and it creates a great ecosystem, right? So, I got one behind me. I don't know how well you guys can see it. Over here, but it's got a couple inside and outside corners, creating this huge street scene. It's not stacked high. I don't have enough parts. I'm hoping to print some out here soon. I mean, you could stack this thing 3 high, and it's pretty sturdy. So I'm excited to, see how high people may take it. So it's an exciting project. I'm glad to be able to do it, and I'm yeah.
And I know this is sized for detolfs and stuff, but this would also be great for a regular shelf display too. Like if you have a Billy or something, for example,
Absolutely.
you just measure out how long the bookshelf is, and then buy as many of these as can fill it.
Exactly. And so on size, right? Your base footprint here is 5 inches. Most shelves are at 6 inches. So this will fit perfect on a shelf. These are roughly 13 inches with those tab covers, and then 12.5 inches high. So obviously, most shelves are 2 foot, 12 foot 16, 2 foot and 36 inches. So you should be able to fit one of these on, and it kind of look flush with your shelf.
Yeah, I've been going over to Mike's. I think I've been twice now while he's had these, and these are super sick, dude. I help Mike with so this is I'm glad you brought this photo up. So I shared this photo with the group. This is the best part about this whole thing right here is just the fact that they're modular, just like like you said. The fact that you can stack them and that you can stack them high, you can stack them left to right is like the most what do you call it? It's like the best part about this whole thing. Like your renders are really nice and all of that, but I really love seeing this part about it because it really sells just how easy it is to just build like an instant display of like the side of a building. Like
and the opportunity or ability to break it down for storage and stuff too.
Absolutely. Yeah. It all store flat. It's super great. And like these are just prototypes that Mike has been printing in-house on his own. And these already look incredible. Like I was messing with a bunch of these a ton over the last like 2 weeks. And it's wild. Like this is 6 put together and it's unbelievable. Just like the scale it is. And then
that's 3 foot by what, 2 foot high? I mean, that's big for a display, right?
It's crazy.
That's a reviewer display. That's, photography display, stop motion, or if you just want to display this big, I mean, it hits all those points, right?
Absolutely. And like you were saying earlier with the artist proof version and like the painted version, I think you should probably lean in more to the fact that the painted version will go through a level of like a human process. Like you will have people hand painting parts of this display right here.
That's a good point. Thank you for bringing that up. So this will be completely manufactured in the U.S. I've connected with the factory in the U.S., actually up in New York, that I'll be working with to get these. And then all painting will be done in-house by a team under the supervision of myself, which I'm an entity, High School Creations, right? This is actually what it will look like. And I've done a few test shots on resin to be able to make sure I can get these kind of this grungy, washy look, which is what I want for an alley.
Mhm.
And this is actually the first design. I did this actually with my kids a year ago. I have a couple lasers and CNCs that I do work on for, mission builds. And, my kids were like, hey, let's cut something on the laser and let's make a dio. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. So I did it. And then we just started making these things. And, I took this design as the first design just because of, the memories I have of my kids and them helping me. But this is the color palette for Wall XD.
All right, be careful with those labor laws. Don't be saying that you got the kids going to work too much, man.
Hey, there are some
So that's
videos, man.
like
They're out there doing washes, and I'm teaching them along the way.
This
So that's
isn't
like
a,
a paint master, essentially.
this isn't work. This is like a class.
Here's the first prototype. This was the first one I printed and I painted and kind of washed. I don't know how well that comes through, but I was able to get good paint applications on that. So that was really, this was back in early October last year. And so I got really happy, when you start seeing stuff get physical and you can get it in hand. And this first one I printed out, back in early January with this new printer was just, it was awesome to see it go from concept to design to physical in hand, and then see the application for like everything working as it tabs in, works as design. It's simple, it's not complicated. You don't get finger fatigue from snapping this thing together, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's awesome. It's me geeking around with it. And, Pancho's been over here too, like playing with it. It's fun. And you can really immerse your figures. Like these sets can get big quick, right?
Mhm.
And you can immerse a figure in a shot and just go crazy with photography.
Yeah, you showed off that corner piece earlier, and then the corner piece really brings it to the next level to make like a true 3-dimensional like display. Like that corner piece will fit in to this like either end of these guys right here, and then you can make a right angle. You can make an alleyway with that. You can do it all. You were saying
standalone.
Yeah, you were saying earlier that you could slot these into each other and you can make like crazy like winding path type of displays and stuff. It's really cool.
I hope somebody gets enough of these to make your epic city with wall XD. Oof.
Yeah, that would be awesome. My plan is when I get these, in the warehouse, I'm going to be building some of them out and showing you guys on the Kickstarter. Because I'm planning for this thing to be good to go. But let me show you guys what the outside looks like. I don't have a good bracket, but I can give you a concept of how big it'll be.
See if you can you change the source resolution of your camera? I think it's trying to stream 4K, and so it's like coming in a little bit rate.
Yeah, I might be able to. Hold on. Is it lagging pretty bad?
Hey, you're a little blurry.
Man, that's a shame because I'm shooting.
All right, it looks like you cleared up a little bit there.
It's because Discord is terrible. We don't have the server boosted.
Do we not?
I don't think so. Not actively at the moment.
There's no way.
Do we? We have level 1.
Oh, really? Oh, hold on. Stand by. No, I boosted the server. Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well,
BXTR works real quick. Just hit us with $9.99 to say High School Creations. The walls look dope as fuck.
hell yeah, BXTR works.
Go.
And the myth.
Thank you,
bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what's up.
Now, hopefully it's coming through clear. The one thing that's missing here is the corner bracket. I still got to print that, but you can get an idea for size on the outside corner. That 90 degree is huge.
Mhm.
So when I say this could be used as a, independently of the wall as its own display,
Yeah,
it really
basically.
could. You could fit You can fit a couple figures on here. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's a Super 7 Ranger. Here's some Spiro's toys, which I just got in yesterday. These things are hella dope. Yeah, you can get a couple figures on there.
Yeah, you could get a nice little tight shot with that alone for sure.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
And for a big figure, I don't know if you guys have handled this guy, but that's a Super 7 Zord. I mean, that's a pretty hefty piece right there.
That's huge.
Damn, yeah.
Huge.
Huge.
Yeah, it was super cool being able to like mess around with this and see all like the configurations and whatnot. It was wild, dude. It was crazy, man.
So you're looking at this coming Tuesday for the launch, yes? The 13th, you said?
Launch, yes. Tuesday the 13th. We'll launch at 3:14. An odd number, but that was requested, so I'm gonna do a live to make sure people know. It'll probably really launch at 3, but 3:14 is what I'm advertising.
Nice.
And,
Oh my god.
it'll go live.
Dang,
That's,
fine,
Yeah, it
fine.
came up quick.
That's our birthday weeks too. Mine's the 16th. Boog, what, the 18th?
18th, yep.
We may be spoiling
Happy
ourselves
birthday.
a little bit with some Walls XD.
Yeah, we'll definitely, obviously, we'll definitely get this up on the A.C.B.A Instagram and blast it out. Put it in my in a news video the day before. And yeah, man, this looks really cool. This is actually my first time seeing all of this, except the little stuff that P showed us or whatever behind the scenes. So very cool. I'm liking this a lot, man.
Thank you.
Man,
Thank you.
the only shame is that details are so expensive now too.
Hey, you don't have to have a detox for this.
I know, true. But even I'm thinking like, 6 details times 4 shells. How many Walls XD is that? Oof. I'm in
Just
trouble.
build your own shelf with these walls. Just
That's
buy
true.
enough and enough corners.
Yeah.
Just build your own shelves.
Yeah, is this gonna have that Toy Biz style base where it has the push pin hole on the back so you can hang it?
Definitely a possibility. So like all these little, in case it wasn't obvious, like all these like darker bricks right here, those are pockets to where you can, that's where you plug in the accessories that will come out right there. So I mean, like,
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't make that very clear. I apologize, guys. So each one of these pegs actually come out. I don't know how well you can see me taking them out. But they come out and you slide in accessories. Like here's an AC unit.
That I think is one of my favorite things.
Here's like a little light housing. Here's the utility box.
yeah, a lot of really cool. I think a really cool aspect of this thing is just the forward thinking. Like you've basically future proofed it, and then you also, it's not just design wise, but the way it's produced at the factory. You also had future proofing in mind as well for future waves and stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the factory I'm working with actually is really good understanding plastics and overall just that process, right? Which is, they should be, right? But what we came up with the design is instead of just doing, you have your molds, right? And then you have the mold that connects to your machine. I think I know where you're going, Pancho. So what we've talked about is having a mold that has interchangeable plates. So, let's say one mold is this angled piece, right? Well, that mold is only an insert. So it long term, I can swap out the plates for additional molds. So if in the future, let's say, I don't want to give too much away. Let's say I do something like a fire escape, right? And it's a couple pieces. I can just swap that plate out, have a new mold design, and swap that in without having to make the main mold, which connects to the machine, which saves, 10 to 15K, right? So I don't know how much you guys know about molds or pricing, but it's stuff like that we're thinking about. We know we want to keep adding. I mean, this piece, I'm sure you guys are thinking about it. Hey, what about this? What about that? I'm getting hit up in my DMs about ideas. this, for me, like I could keep introducing just accessories over the next couple of years and waves if this is successful. I mean, it's expansive, and I don't plan to stop here. I plan to take XD, which is expandable displays, to other themes as well, not just bricks. So I'm hoping to make this successful and make this a line and make modular dioramas a continual thing, right? Not just a brick wall. So themes like sci-fi, themes like westerns, themes like mythic, right? I'm sure everybody loves mythic stuff, right? It is definitely possible and on the table if I can prove this is successful.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a
I
market.
can't wait for you to get to RAR XD.
There you go.
Which means I love you.
It could even be something as simple as I mean, I know it wouldn't necessarily be simple, but it could be hills, grassy hills, sandy hills. It could be all types of shit. I'm with you. I see the vision.
Terrain.
Yeah, we got some suggestions coming in. A dungeon wall. Doombot's excited about Western. Yeah, all that is great idea.
I mean, then there's things like just expanding on what you have there, like a storefront add-on,
Yeah, or flip it the other way. There's an add-on for an interior to this brick wall.
Interior crocodile alligator. I like it, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Like I cannot stress enough. Seeing it work in person is like a completely different animal. Like I think when I first walked in to Mike's shop, and he had it's a little difficult to see, but behind him he has a display similar to the still that's on screen right now. But like seeing everything stacked up and figures all around and stuff, it really gave it colored in the vision, and it really made me like it. I had to like kind of step back because for a while you were really only showing it just by itself, like one wall by itself, and then once everything clicked in my head that you can stack it and then basically just make a whole building front, I was like, oh shit, this is crazy. This is wild. That's pretty cool.
One of the challenges is how do I present this in a manner where I have everybody's attention over not just the pre-launch, which I started in February, but through launch, right? And so I intentionally withheld shots. Like when it first came out, I had the tabs, and people called out the tabs, but I had an idea for that. I wanted to purposefully reveal things over a period of time, and I hope that didn't cause any confusion with what Wall XD really is. But I'm trying to keep reveals and hype up and keep people's attention throughout both the pre-launch and the campaign.
True, very true.
Yeah, I mean the last thing you want is for people to think they have you figured out. And to when your thing launches, not bother looking at it because they think, oh, well, he showed us everything already. I know what it is.
Yeah, never let him know your next move, Mike.
Yeah, man. Keep him fucking thinking, man.
Yeah, success moves in silence.
Silent but deadly.
Hell yeah, dude. So you touched on this a little bit. Tony Fierro has a question. He's asking, what is the hardest obstacle you faced, and what advice would you give to people who care, who are inspired to do their own Kickstarters for figures? And also, congratulations.
Thank you. I think the biggest thing is you're your own worst enemy and critic. You got to get outside of yourself, put that negative voice away, right? Because you're going to be faced with a crowd that can be negative, right? You're dealing with the public. You got to put those fears behind you and just move forward with what you think is good. You got to remember that you're doing this for you to begin with. Don't lose sight of that. And that's my biggest thing I'm going to say. Like, there's a whole bunch of other challenges I met, right, with dealing with external things and working with people. But the biggest thing is don't forget why you're doing it, right? If it's for yourself, make sure you keep doing it. Keep yourself happy. If you're not happy, take a break.
Hell yeah. That's great advice.
Thankfully, this isn't the type of community that would get upset about something silly like a character being too hot.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very true. Very, very true.
Oh my goodness.
Man. He is cute now.
Shout out Kyle Wadiga.
Shout out to Kyle.
But yeah, I totally get you on that. Like, you're your own worst enemy, but you also have to be your biggest fan sometimes too, you know?
You gotta ride that line because you don't want to overhype yourself and put out some boo boos. I mean,
True.
you gotta be able to ride that line.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that you've really been taking your time with it, and I think you have been. Your kind of a news drip of info on this has been slow and steady, and it really has been something that you want to come back to and like check up on regularly and see if it's how it's doing, how it's progressing. A lot of toy Kickstarters this month too. So
I was just about to say the community is so like I don't want to say oversaturated, but booming with
yeah, booming.
entrepreneurs and people trying to do their thing. And the Kickstarter market, like Fabio just mentioned, is also booming, but kind of in your own lane with the diorama thing here right now. Like it's not a lot of those things, especially affordably priced right now. So I think you in a good space to not only drop but to successful. Sure.
Yeah, the best thing about this is there may be a ton of action figure Kickstarters, but where are they going to put them all? That's where where you come in, Mike.
Dude, that's true. As someone who's backed 2 already, as the pledge approaches and this looms nearer, I'm thinking one or both may not make the cut depending on what the offering looks like and how much I decide to go in on this.
Well, and one of those makes a really big deal out of offerings, so you better choose wisely, Fabio.
Yeah, that's true.
The thing about the action figure Kickstarters too is that they can be very specific and sometimes they don't really mesh with other things that you may be collecting.
Right.
But this is for everything. Not only can it go with whatever you want to do in terms of collecting figures, but also with other dioramas that you already have. The city is sprawling and every building is different. Every architectural design is different. So, you could have all of these different flavors and build out, your city. So it's good, man. It's in a good space, man. You're in a good spot right now.
Thank you. Yeah, highlight that it complements other dios, right? Whether it's a custom dio or like something like extreme sets or even the NECA system, it complements that, right? It's not a rival, it's not a competition. I think they can be paired together and work together for shots, and that's a great
100%. 100%.
So having done the behind the scenes work to get this pop in and seeing costs and doing all of that, do you think maybe you have some insight as to why maybe the big companies don't really do this type of thing?
There is a lot to go into it, especially the run for me is going to be quite small. I'm hoping to keep it small, and when I mean small, I mean I'm only at the high end. I'm looking at 1,500 units. It's not like an action figure where people are going to army build them. Well, in a sense they will, but with action figures, they're making hundreds of thousands is the best mark I can put. And they're dealing with multiple small molds, right? Where this is much more limited in the number of molds and other bigger molds. The biggest thing that I can figure is most of these big retailers, and I talked about this the other night, is selling not to us directly. They're selling to the big box stores, and the big box stores have set requirements on shelf space. This will not meet those requirements, and I think that's why they shy away from this, right? They're not selling direct to consumer. They're selling to the big box stores who sell to us.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yep.
I think so too. Yeah. I think also I feel like the space has changed, like the space for our community has changed so much, even in the last, like, not even 5 years, or not even 10 years, but 5 years, where I feel like a lot of people don't really think that there's a market for this kind of stuff either. And they think that like the NECA set is maybe like lightning in a bottle or whatever. But I think that the existence of the NECA set, and then they're doing other stuff too, really proves that there is a retail market for this kind of stuff. Like, it's really great finding a diorama artist you really like and getting a custom made piece from them. Like, there's no better feeling, but there's also the cost that comes with paying for their time and their talent and their skills and stuff. And the alternative to that is the middle ground you found, where this is still originally a crafted like product that you made, like you and your kids made together. It's really cool, but you're still going through all the same steps. It's getting hand painted and whatnot. So you're getting kind of the best of both worlds. So I think that a lot of people think that was kind of a tangent, but like I think that a lot of people thought that there really wasn't a market for just dioramas by themselves. But then NECA really proved it, and then also that that company that you really like, Fabio, that does those little vertical slices of dioramas that you always get them.
12 World, the resin diodes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
I think now more than ever, it's shown that people want to buy stuff like this. Like there's a nice middle ground between custom work and then, you know, mass produced stuff too, for sure.
Find out next week.
That's
Sure.
true. We
So-
sure will.
Well,
Yeah,
luckily,
we're
if I
looking at
decide to
the,
drop one of those other Kickstarters, it'll be okay because they'll forgive me. I think.
How long are you gonna run the Kickstarter?
27 days. Nothing extremely long or extremely short. So I think 27 days is a good number.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You're looking at March 13th, this coming Tuesday. You can follow High School Creations at High School Creations on Instagram, all one word. And we will definitely be doubling back with him once the Kickstarter is up, and we'll definitely promote this. I'm excited for this, man. I'm excited for you.
And
Awesome.
if
Thanks,
you hit the
guys.
link tree in High School Creations Instagram profile, you can join the mailing list, right? And that's how you get on the live stream for tomorrow. You were talking about.
Yeah, so I guess I'll plug that. So there's the mailing list. It's part of the pre-launch phase. If you want to go there, hit that mailing list, subscribe. Promise I'm not going to spam you. You'll get a welcome, and then you'll get some information about Kickstarter. You'll get information about the special live tomorrow. I'm doing a giveaway for a couple gift cards, $150 gift card and a $50 gift card if you're a subscriber. And then we'll send you an email once we go live. Also, I just put this on today, actually. The Kickstarter pre-launch page is now available. So if you guys want to go there and click notify me when it starts, that'll also help to make sure that you guys are aware whenever we launch.
Excellent. All right. You seem like you got your business in order, man. Got your shit together. Sounds good. You got your pitch down. Do it, man.
Let's
Hell
go.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, it'll be a round of wall XDs for the table.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
I love this wall XD.
I love this. Hey, you know, and if there's a lot of people in the room, I can break it down and it folds
Boom.
right into the
Boom. Right into the wall.
I could stand here for hours just staring at this wall XD.
I sure could.
Sometimes I stand here for hours.
Hell yeah. Thanks for being on, Mike. Yeah. Well, it was a pleasure, man. An absolute pleasure.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me, guys. Good talking to you.
All right.
Yeah,
same
you
here.
too, Mike. We'll talk soon again.
Alrighty.
All right. Peace.
All right. See ya.
No.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Hey, what's up?
Again, that's at High School Creations on Instagram.
Yeah.
All XD launching this coming Tuesday, March the 13th, 2023, running for 27 days,
Mhm.
launching at 3/14 on 3/14, right? Did I get that right?
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
14 at 314.
Yeah, this is sick. I mean, you got to support this, you guys. This is so cool.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I like it
It'd
a
be
lot, man.
foolish not to. I'd go as far as to say.
I like it a lot.
And I do like that he's offering the grayscale version too. I didn't know that. Because that'll
that's
be great to just get into other dial makers' hands or just
Yeah,
painters
for
that wanna
sure.
try
They
dial
They
making.
could paint them up. They could do the graffiti, like he said. You know.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, it'd
if
be
you're,
nice
if you're
to
someone
have
that's
some stock
particular
ones.
about the way that
but-
you like it, you know.
That's a good look.
Exactly.
That's a good look.
Get a round of them and then paint them up all at the same time so they all match with themselves, you know?
Yeah, you could fuck up a few thinking that you know how to paint shit when you absolutely don't.
Right.
True. Yeah.
Somewhere somewhere in Phoenix, Arizona, Todd McFarlane was salivating when he said artist proof. Somebody say artist proof.
Honestly, I also hope that this drives companies to make more stuff like this too. If they keep their eye on this and see that it does well,
Yeah.
maybe Todd starts looking at doing something like this for $80 at retail,
Yeah.
the way that his Batmobile is.
And you know,
He didn't
he's
say
done-
what the. Did he say what the goal was?
No,
No.
just the
No.
price points.
Yeah.
He does have a goal, but I'm sure he'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't know if it's okay to say it, but
All right.
Yeah.
No. That's all
He
good.
said it's
Let
still
him-
going to be a small run, but we'll see
let
what
him
the
roll it
actual
out.
goal is.
But I mean,
Yeah,
he did
but-
say that he was looking to do about 1,500 units. So I mean, we
Mhm.
could guess what the goal is going to be, right?
yeah, I will say,
Seriously, think it's going to go past that.
yeah, I will say that it you know, if the community is behind this, it's very doable, and the stretch
Oh yeah, for
goals,
sure.
the stretch goals are exciting. I don't know if he's said what a lot of these stretch goals are, but I've seen
Mhm.
a couple of them and they look great. And he's had prototypes for a couple of them. He showed some of them. He showed some of the accessories that are parts of the stretch goals tonight, and they look really great. Again, like the system that he has in place where you could peg stuff in. That's crazy to me, dude.
Mhm.
Like,
yeah, and the idea of getting like the base model of the wall or however many you're going to get, and then from there you just add on the little accessories to change things up.
yeah,
I mean, at minimum, you'd think that anybody who's, I don't know, semi-serious about this shit is going to get 2 to 3
yeah,
balls, right? You know? So,
for sure.
I mean, if there was people that was buying a bunch of the NECA ones, like, come
Yeah.
on, you know, and it's like you,
stacking those. Yeah, people
Yeah.
were stacking those up.
and it's like you guys said,
and they
maybe-
wasn't meant to do this, but people were pulling them apart to just use the single panels as brick walls.
Mhm.
and like you guys said, maybe this will motivate. You know, maybe Todd will really go all in and do like a Bat Cave. Maybe
Ooh.
Hasbro will really consider a Danger Room. You know what I'm talking about? You know, we'll see.
I think the only company that's really doing anything like this is NECA, not just because of that street dio, but they've done, like the portal generator, for example. Like they believe in those like accessory packs like that.
Yeah, the only time Todd has done it, it's for fucking 66 Batman.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true. He does do that.
I wish he'd stop and do it for regular comic book version of Batman, but
Speaking of Batman, nobody here still hasn't received the Mezco bats, right?
No,
No,
I got
a
my
lot of-
Death Adder today.
a lot of shipping notifications though.
Yeah. My booster has not, I mean, at least I haven't gotten the shipping notification for it. I don't know if that means it's not shipped yet, but people are getting it in hand
Yeah.
without shipping notifications.
My boy Jose, who's here in New York, got his booster today. I was hoping I would get mine too, but it didn't show up. You know what? I got charged for the Mythic Legion's big troll dude today.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
I'm getting mine from Big Bad
Trolliosis.
Toy Store though. So everybody that was getting it directly from Mythic Legion store, I think theirs had already started like shipping out last week sometime, but mine just charged out of nowhere today. I was actually kind of upset about that, but it's all good.
I did get Death Adder today. It shipped on, I think I got notification Wednesday.
Sneaky,
here today.
sneaky.
Not Snake Eyes.
Snake.
Thank us.
He's a snake.
Man, what
No
happened to that guy?
step
What happened
on
to Dink
snack.
Hook, huh?
Right, Poncho? You
What'd
and me,
say?
we love that flag that says no step on Sneck.
Yeah, you know what's funny? So the reason I've been so busy the last couple of weeks is we've had a lot of events, and we're a small crew. We're like 5 of us, and we're taking on jobs and events that are usually meant for like a 20+ crew. So it's a lot of OT, and then our delivery guy just quit. Like I want to say like a week and a half ago. So I've been doing deliveries. And deliveries is like a full-time job, like within our company. So I've been doing deliveries. So I've been doing my regular job and then doing deliveries on top of that. So that's why I've been absent so long. But the reason I bring that up is the route I take for deliveries. I pass by it's called the Southern Heritage Store, and it is literally just a store for all of that stuff. And I remember I sent it. There's a group chat me and Rick always talk about, where it's me, Rick, David Walton, Matthew, and I sent that in the group chat a while ago, and like Matthew was like, "This isn't real. Well, there's no way this is real." And I was like, "Yeah, it's real, dude. It's like a whole ass store just out here selling like, all that kind of stuff. It's crazy."
Do they sell any figures?
This what?
They sell any figures?
You know what? They just might.
You know what? Let me ask you what everyone's thinking, Poncho. Because I know everybody's thinking it. Everybody's chomping at the bit to ask you. I'm gonna do it. Did you get? Was the biggest reason that you got that Umbreon was because you were doing deliveries?
Oh yeah.
The sun shineth upon thee.
My
God.
I was doing so my wife works at a Publix that is like so far away from our house. So like Charleston is the best way I can describe it is like we live in like basically the center of the city. That's where like our apartment is. And then Becca works at a Publix that is on another island. And it is the furthest Publix away from us. It takes like, I think like 40 minutes to get there or something. It's like, it's unbelievable. So she used to work at the store right next to right next to where we live. So I would like pop in every once in a while and say, hey, but like I never get a chance to do that. So I was doing deliveries literally 2 streets away from her Publix. And I was like, cool, I'll pop in. I'll say what's up. And then I saw that they had Evolving Skies there. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll grab 3. So I grabbed 3 out of nowhere. And this is like while I'm doing a delivery. And then I open them in the car too, and I freak out, and like I contemplated on getting back out and like running into the store and like, look what I got, Rebecca. But I was like, no, I gotta make this delivery. And it all worked out because they weren't even there. So I guess it's a win for me. Now, whether they weren't there because I took too long is neither here nor there. But no, they just weren't there.
Poncho skates by under the rules yet again.
That's it. That's me. That's me.
All right, what else we got for news? I think we're at the top of the hour here. We can probably
I don't know that there was any other big news or anything to talk about this week. I mean, I think it
was literally just NECA was left.
Pretty much just came on tonight so we could have High School Creations on.
Hell yeah. Hey.
Yeah, that worked out. We're looking to do that more as far as expanding the community highlights segment to also include, guests and highlight them specifically.
And specifically if they have something that they are promoting at the time, aka something that they're trying to sell.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a lot of the community is so large and so huge, and like a lot of these guys will do these runs, but more often than not, I'll find out about stuff from around the community weeks and months after it's wrapped up. And I'm like, oh, y'all were doing this? So like, I think it'd be cool to have more people on. This is something that everybody else has been talking about for a long time too. And I think it'd be super sick.
We should with the amount of people that have shows and podcasts and whatever the case may be, we should normalize a quote unquote press run for people. To go on all the shows, and it's a good look. It's
absolutely.
It's community building. It's world building. So even if one show or one crew doesn't fuck with another, it doesn't really matter because that person's still making rounds and getting around. So it's all good.
It's true. Money's
we need to get more of the Kickstarter creators on here too. See if we can talk to Chris from D13 or whoever.
Yeah, I think.
We could. I'm pretty. I feel like the Jesus peeps are in contact with us in some way.
Hell yeah, let's break bread with them. How about that, huh?
Yeah. And fish.
That's true. I think that'd be really cool because I'd love to get a better insight into the production side of stuff and like the hardships they have to face with, you know, dealing with factories like either here, like High School Creations has made a conscious effort to keep everything, you know, American made, but like there are a lot of people that take another route and deal with factories like overseas and stuff. And I'd love to, you know, get more insight into that because that just gives us a bigger and deeper insight into what the bigger companies like Hasbro, NECA, and like Super 7, all those guys have to deal with as well. And I think it'd be a great educational tool for the community at large when, you know, really taking a step back and thinking about some stuff that seems like a big deal, but could be like easily explained by just how like funny some of these behind the scenes things can be.
Yeah, and not so funny. We got a friend of the show, Russ, who had his Kickstarter last year, and it wasn't successful. So it's not always a sure shot. It's not easy. But yeah, getting an insight into some of the challenges and the pitfalls and what have you would definitely be beneficial. Would you?
Absolutely. And you know, it's always good to see the face. You know, it's not just an entity. You know, it's not just some people that you don't know. You know, when you see them on these shows or on our podcast, and they talk about what they're doing and what they're going through, their process, and you know, you see glimpses of their excitement, of their frustration, of whatever it may be. You know, it makes it's all the better. It's all the better.
And more than anything, to show that it's also a part of the community. It's someone who came from the community, and it's not just some rando that showed up and saw that this was a market, untapped or otherwise.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Right.
they're like trying to get their nut. You know, it's someone who's like been in here.
This isn't Jeff Beckett's 13 account. Okay.
Yeah. Like, he's trying to provide this thing because he's from the community and he's seen that it's something the community has, you know, asked for. So that's really cool. Mike's a great guy.
Absolutely.
100%. I'm glad he had his shit together, had his spiel together. Sounds very I'm on board.
Hell yeah. And you know, giving McFarlane another run for his money, Mike is his own shortest employee. So dude, he's already got in the fucking bag.
No wonder he was the one that was displaying it on the camera the whole time.
That's right. Even the kids are taller than him. So, you know.
That's it. Yeah, when I was shooting stuff with him, like, I love you, Mike. I almost said like half a dozen times, like, hey, you got to make it like a point that you have to hold this shit at all times because this shit is gonna look humongous next to you, bro. Mike's the man.
Shout out to Mike. Once again, at High School Creations this coming Tuesday, 3/14 at 3:14 p.m. I guess that's Eastern Standard Time, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine. I think he's gonna launch the Kickstarter with a video he's putting together that I helped him shoot. So
nice.
Look forward to that. I'm excited to see what it looks like too. I mean, I shot it, but I have no idea what it looks like. So
nice.
All right, cool. Let's go with NECA.
Let's do it.
Just a few quick hits. There's been some reveals coming along.
You're scrolling pretty far.
Yeah, I was about to say it's just the gargoyle one, man.
Really just it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna preface it with all this because they're doing the holothon is going on right now. So the next over the next few weeks, every week at Target there will be like new things that are either.
That's my first time seeing the doggo. Is that that's a static piece? Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, this was from the Back to the Future accessory set.
Does the head turn?
Yeah, I think
like
so.
That's just enough, you know.
That's good.
Yeah. It's a good that's a good static piece, even for 7-inch scale.
Yeah,
it could just be a big ass dog.
It's a big ass dog.
A little Beethoven in the mix. Why not?
Basically.
So there's things that are showing up in store that haven't been announced, and then to go along with it, they're also making some new announcements. and some new Gargoyles things were revealed. How about Ultimate David Xanatos?
It's Jeff Bezos with hair. God damn.
Yeah. This is literally who Jeff Bezos
Yeah,
thinks
fool
he
me,
is.
Jeff Bezos. Take off that toupee.
Oh no, it's Elon Musk. This is who they think they are.
Oh yeah, the ponytail and everything. I love
Yeah.
it.
This is how they see themselves. Evil scientists with laser guns.
Yeah.
With the laser
Misunderstood genius. The secret to saving humanity.
It's true. Does he have toe articulation? He sure does.
I think he does.
Wow, this
Yeah,
book's
well,
got
I
it
think he
all.
does.
The
I sure
gargoyles do. The gargoyles
Yeah, they sure do. Yeah, you're right.
Gargoyles do. And look, he comes with the folded wings of Demona.
Look at these
Demona?
guys double dipping.
Ah.
Wow.
Double dipping on
You
him.
get some Demona DLC up in here.
That is it.
Dunkin' Oreo in the milk, baby.
And how about Eliza Matza?
Let's go. You seen
Wilson said he
the
didn't
post
think
floating
this looked
around?
good. You said, the what?
There's a post floating around where somebody was did like an edit to make her look more like on model, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah, David said he didn't think this looked good as
Oh,
good as
somebody
the show.
just
I
said
didn't
that
even
too.
really remember look from the show, so I didn't really care. But I thought it looked pretty good.
To me, it looked passable enough. It's fine.
She's a cop, you idiot.
Yeah, I just sent it to you.
All right, let's see.
Jeans, they're
What's going
fitting
on?
like a glove.
They sure are. That's it, man. I would have never thought they'd go this deep. I mean, this really isn't deep, to be fair, but like, I thought they were just gonna do the gargoyles and bounce, dude.
But what did they do? Make her look more ethnic?
Yeah, they just gave her a tan and trimmed up her waist, I guess.
Kind of heighten the blue highlights more too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They also fixed the eyes a bit.
I think they made the cheeks a little more gaunt too, because she's got some kind of round cheeks.
What
Ah,
cheeks
very-
we talking about, Fabio?
Whoa, buddy! This is a family show.
Could
Very
she be double
gaunt.
cheeked up?
Double cheek.
On
Oh,
a
you know what? They totally
Thursday?
did.
that would be
They made her
quadruple
waist
cheeked
smaller
up.
too. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly.
See how they look at that? They made their waist smaller too.
Yeah, they sure did.
Really
Yeah, I
slimmed
guess,
her up.
I guess that is more how the art was for sure.
Yeah, it definitely is more
But
on
to be
model.
fair, none of these gargoyles have been really like on model.
True. Absolutely. We talked about that in depth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think they even lowered her zipper. These perverts. Give her a little more courage. I don't trust the validity of this on model argument. Is this a Lola Bunnies type of situation? A green M&M type of situation?
Oh my god, the green M&M. That feels like a fever dream.
The NECA figures aren't hot enough.
It really happened, bro.
I should
It
want to
really
bang
happened.
my gargoyles shelf.
Real shit was going on in the world, and Fox News was telling us about the green M&M and being
I was way
outraged.
more interested in that than this train crash situation.
Right.
Next thing you know, these fucking libs are gonna take away Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Mhm.
They're gonna say it's
They're
some sort of
saying that
euphemism
Crackle
for
is
an
a
orgy.
reference. They're saying that
You
Crackle
guys-
is some kind of dog whistle to the CIA operation in the 80s.
It's a psyop.
You guys see the Mexican cartel turning in their own dudes?
Yeah, because I mean, last thing you want is American government and like the FBI or the military coming
Yeah,
in to
they-
try to fucking find you.
They're making it a little too hot, huh?
Yeah, they're like, man, get these
maybe.
guys out of here.
Crazy.
I guess they're also claiming that they acted of their own volition. That they were never told to do whatever it is that they did. They were just like being
Turned them
stupid, I
in,
guess.
tied up with a note, like it was a cartoon or some shit. Fuck, crazy.
Well, she also comes with the wings for Brooklyn. How fun is that?
Brooklyn, the residents.
I believe that's it for NECA. There's just more things showing up at the Hall of Thon.
I've not seen a single gram of plastic of this stuff at my Targets.
No,
Not even one?
No,
me neither. None of them either. Yeah,
But they are new at Target, Poncho.
Oh, so people,
that's
people,
true. They
people have
may
been
be.
putting,
I don't mind.
People have been pretty.
Well,
People have
I've
been pretty
seen,
pissed that not only is it hard to find in store, but their online stock has like apparently been like impossible to check out.
well, I've definitely seen some of these things in displays, so they're showing up at somebody's Target.
It's true.
Don't
Coming
lie
to
to
a
me.
whatnot stream near you, I guess.
Be over there making drugs.
Yeah, from what I've seen, like local toy hunters, they've been finding this stuff, but I'm not personally interested in any of it. They also announced the next wave of Toonie Terrors.
Look at Fabio getting spicy with his ex.
Whoa.
And, just checking out.
Oh my. It's Captain Spaulding. Oh, it's Elvira.
It's I just like it's
Wait,
it's just
Elvira?
one
No,
picture.
that's,
Like I
Rick
don't see
Fisher.
what the big deal is.
Hey, tell your mom that I miss her.
Yeah,
This is
say I won't be able to
more-
make it to Christmas this year,
Vampira?
but I'm
This
just
is
checking in.
All right, come on. You taking us into uncharted territory.
Yeah, I don't know what this is either. All right, now what? Are we done?
Yeah, I
we
think so.
finished
I
or
don't
are we
think we
done?
have any other really pressing news to talk about. That's pretty much it.
No, other than no, that's pretty much it actually, huh?
We're
You still haven't seen Ant-Man yet? End of podcast.
I might be seeing Ant-Man on Plex.
Oh, you still haven't
Oh,
seen
man.
Ant-Man? Holy shit!
It's
Man.
Boog. It's on Plex.
Is it? All right.
Yeah,
There you go.
It's been there for a while.
Is it clear enough to view?
I believe so. I don't know if you peeped it, Poncho, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Did you guys
My dog is
talk Creed 3
sniffing around.
at all?
Oh, a Scream just came out, right?
What do you look?
Is that what you're talking about?
I'm
is,
talking about
the
me
new-
seeing it in a theater.
Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna see it in a theater eventually. You gonna go see it with your missus?
I saw it the day I saw it the day it came out.
Whoa! How was it?
Yeah, Poncho doesn't wait.
It's fantastic. It's great. I liked it. I took Becca, and the most raving review I've ever heard. I wasn't expecting to like it, but I thought it was good. Hell yeah!
Pretty good. That was a good review.
She might as well be telling you it's her favorite movie.
Truly, absolutely. I will say if you even, I don't know if you've ever had the inkling to like check out a Creed movie and you like anime, just watch it. Like it's really good.
Whoa, Scott Stapp made a movie?
Yeah, everybody's been telling me that it's phenomenal. I don't think I've met a single person that said that they didn't like it.
Like the main story, the slice of life part of the movie is fine. It's just a standard run of the mill movie, but like, bro, when they start fighting in that ring, like the press rounds that have been happening is like everybody's been latching on to like the anime angle and stuff, and usually I would just like chalk that up to like just like press hype or whatever, but like there really is like anime spice in like the way that it's shot and the way it's choreographed. There's like specific anime trope, like what do you call it? Like blow exchanges. Like they have like a cross punch, and like they have like a doubled over like gut punch and stuff. It's really cool.
Well, what are we talking about?
Creed 3.
Creed 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that's what we were talking about, and then you said all this anime stuff. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, it's great. Like all the press stuff has been saying that like he's a huge anime fan. He took a lot of inspiration from Dragon Ball and Naruto, and there was an article that came out like a couple of months ago that meant that quoted him saying that he took a lot of inspiration from anime like Naruto, Dragon Ball, and then he name dropped Hajime no Ippo, which is one of my top 3 animes of all time. It's the best sports anime of all time. I said it with my whole chest. I encourage everybody to watch it. It's a boxing anime.
I think it's second really only to Ultimate Muscle.
Oh my god.
Oh my
god. But yeah, like the anime influence is very real in this movie. The first fight is so cool because like it has shots and cuts that are very anime like there's maybe an exchange. It's him like they're like boxing, and then like it'll do these quick cuts where he notices like openings in his opponent's guard and stuff, and it's really hard to explain. But they do like quick
that's the most
cuts.
anime thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's like quick cuts to like the opening in like his body, and then it's like a cut to like his reaction of him noticing that there's an opening for a body blow and stuff, and it's just like a really like quick like 1 2 3 4, and I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but they do some stuff like thematically in the final fight, which is it is right out of an anime. Like, it's so cool. I don't want to like give away anything, because like I had only heard about how anime influenced it was, but I had no idea what the visuals were like or what the camera work was like. And going into those two fights and seeing that stuff for the first time was like mind blowing to me. It's really, really cool. It's really cool to see a mainstream movie like really take advantage of this kind of like camera work and stuff. You see this kind of stuff a lot in like YouTube videos, like high budget YouTube videos and stuff. But you never see it like in like a normal Hollywood movie. So I thought it was really cool. And I just like Rocky, so
yeah,
cool.
and I mean, you know, he's shown appreciation for anime before, but it's never been to this extent. It's always been like, oh well, my outfit kind of looks like Vegeta's outfit, huh?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah, I kind of said this word that some anime character said once. Like, you know, it's never to this depth, and you know, it makes a lot of sense though, because he had a lot of power in this film, and that's why Sylvester Stallone wasn't in it. And it's just funny that what he wanted was like exactly what none of us wanted. And he kept saying that like his vision was like the vision that he would hope that they'd go in.
Yeah, he directed this one for sure. Michael B. Jordan directed this one. And like, yeah, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on with like you know, Sylvester Stallone's involvement, but like the official word is like it's between him and the license holder for the Rocky franchise.
Yeah.
And like I don't assume there's any bad blood between him and Michael B. Jordan, but it's very apparent the differences between his directing style and Sylvester Stallone's directing style. Not to say that like Stallone's is bad. Like Rocky Balboa is like one of my favorite movies of all time, and that's just like pure unadulterated, straight from Sylvester Stallone's mind. So like I really love that movie. But this one is like its own thing. And like I feel like that's what he's been trying to do for a while with Creed, is like it's still part of the Rocky legacy, but it's its own thing, and he wants it to have its own voice. And I think he really found that in this one for sure. It's like in like leaps and bounds, he found it in this one.
I don't even know if I've seen the second one.
Yeah, I haven't seen
the second one. I've only seen the first.
Yeah, I've seen the first one, and I've seen the second one in pieces. So I've seen the whole thing, but I've never sat down and watched it from start to finish. But I've seen Rocky Balboa like I don't even know, probably close to 100 times. Like every time, like for a while, it was like every time it was on like cable TV, like, and I just happened to be like channel surfing. I was like, all right, cool, I'm just watching this now. So
that's fucking awesome.
Adrian.
I love that movie, dude. Rocky Balboa is so cool. Anyway,
let's get the fuck up out of here.
Yes.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
Let's go.
So
yeah. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us this evening. Special thanks to High School Creations. We wishing you the best next week. We'll be there supporting. Thanks everybody for super chatting us and hanging out with us this evening. We love you guys as well. And I'm not plugging anything, so if you guys want to plug something, then go for it.
I am no longer streaming weekly, but I'll be around. I've been slowly unpacking, or I am packing. I guess I'm reboxing. So as I'm like working my way through putting everything in its box, I'm doing a bunch of photography for everything too. So at some point there will be a big photo dump coming. Probably have something like tonight or tomorrow, because I got Death Adder in and I did a little shoot since I had everything set up. So go follow me on Instagram, Fobster360, and I'll see you around.
Oh yeah. I too am not streaming currently. That may change. I don't know. Probably not. But I'm not really working on anything. I get,
What
as
about your
always,
dusters?
yeah, as always, Dusties are forever happening in the background. Wave 24 is shipping. I'm gonna like print labels and stuff for that tonight. So if you're in Wave 24, keep your eyes peeled for the tracking, and then I'll send those off tomorrow morning. And then Wave 25 is already produced, so I'll start sending invoices out for Wave 25 and stuff, and then we are close to just having stock for all this stuff. So I'm super excited. In terms of Instagram, like follow me on Instagram, at Poncheesy. I'll probably be doing a live on the 18th, maybe. If not the 18th, then the 27th. I'll just be opening up Scarlet and Violet base set. I have like, I don't even know. I think I have like 3 or 4 booster boxes, 2 Pokemon Center ETBs, and then like 10 booster bundles. I don't even know. I went nuts. I'm very excited for this. So I'll be opening up a bunch of that stuff. But that's it for me. What are you, Rickolas?
Yeah, I hate when it ends with me because I have nothing. You guys always do this to me. Yeah, just follow me on Instagram. I'm finding things. I'm out in these streets. I'm in his fucking viewing when he's opening things. So whenever the 18th, the 20, what I'm there. We're gonna see what he's pulling. I'm gonna be opening, and if I pull anything good, I'll put on my story.
Hell yeah! Hey, you see that that full graphic tee I had on my story earlier this week? That Dragon Ball graphic tee.
Yeah. Oh my God, you got the Hawaiian version of a Dragon Ball Z tee. Those are the fucking best.
Hell yeah!
People
I
are
didn't buy it.
obsessed
I
with
just
those
held
right
it.
now. No, that price was
Oh.
stupid. That price was too much. Those should usually be like $50. What was it? Did you say it was like $100?
It's like 120 or something like that.
Yeah.
Something crazy.
You know what? That would have been the right price in like late 2020, early 2021.
Yeah.
That's a fucking dream. That's a fever dream right now.
True. All right, cool. Boog, take us out.
All right. Again, thank you guys for hanging out with us this evening. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down there. And until next time. Peace.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
The hell was that?
I have no idea.
Machine.
What happened?
Half gas.
What happened?
What has occurred today?
My audio like bugged out midstream. Even now, the intro is playing no music, but the audio is just fine. I have no idea what's going on.
They don't want to see us win.
I also haven't touched my computer in like 2 weeks. Everything has been remote. So I don't know. See. Anyway, that's it. Love you guys. Bye.